fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go. When it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond, that's including the Ice Wall. We got segments. We're going to talk about a few things. As long as I can go, appreciate you, and you. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviation to the matter, be sure to hit that like button and share this content. Come on with it. Mama said that there'll be days just like this.
Read it, running from it, destiny around all the same.
5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Appreciate everybody for rocking, tuning in. The name is Law Nation. So, with that being said, I know the combine just finished and concluded, and the 40 time came around. And like I always been saying, the 40 time can always change a lot of people's mind. And there was a certain quarterback that ran a real fast 40 time, which he's a hybrid. He may be a wide receiver. They may move him to a tight end. Who knows? But he could ultimately also be a quarterback, and that could be the situation and scenario that help us out, right? Because we got the 12th pick, and the Cowboys got a lot of needs on defense, and we all know that we don't want to go into the draft drafting for needs. We want to go into draft drafting best player available, and we want teams to overdraft at a certain key position, and that could be quarterback, right? Things that we don't need, and other wide receivers and stuff like that. So now that we contextualize all of those things, ladies and gentlemen, audio straight? Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Let me know, Cowboys Nation, if it's too loud or too low. Put a 3 in the chat if the audio is straight. Cowboys Nation, as we continue to grind the shot, let me get right to the punch because we are pressured for time. I don't want to steal all of your time away from you all. I know you guys got other things to do. So with that being said, the Cowboys on their way to greatness. And one of the things that I wanted to pull up was this right here. This let me show you guys better than I can tell you. This guy right here was able to run that 40 time.
Now you're okay, back. Here's
Taylor
Green.
Run!
Ooh, he is striding that out.
Run!
4, 3, 7.
4, 3, 7. So it could be a situation whereas here's what we're saying here. Come on with it.
I'm a big Ty Simpson fan.
Okay.
Despite the 6-1, the injuries, and the 15 starts. But I'm already starting to hear people like, could he go as high as Cleveland?
Really?
Sitting there at 6. And I hope for Ty Simpson he does not become a Cleveland Brown.
Yeah.
They don't have the protection. They don't have the weapons. I'd love to see him with the Rams. They pick at 13.
Come on. No. Come on, baby.
The first of the 2 picks. But it's fascinating to see a guy who has gastritis, got beat up all year long. His number 1 wide receiver disappeared in Ryan Williams. They had like the 126th best rushing attack at Alabama, which like Bear Bryant's rolling over in his grave. And it all fell apart at the end of the year. But I think he's different. And I think that there are some teams out there that are just trying to be really quiet about it.
Yes, indeed. So Ty Simpson, the other guy, Tyler Green. If we can get these guys to go in quarterback war, it'd be good for us. All right, so these are some free agent guys that Nick Harris kind of got out here for everyone to see. My audio, my visuals went away. Can you guys still hear me, though? Can you guys hear me? All right, so these are the guys that we are able to see from this list, and there's something wrong with my camera over here. All right, so good Lord, Murphy Law. There you go. Get the camera back up, man. What's going on with the camera, man? Come on, camera, man. Jeez. All right, so with that being said, let me see if I can fix this. All right, so you guys can still hear me, though, right? Even though my camera made some malfunction with my camera. But neither here nor there. Audio good. These are the guys that Nick Harris stated that the Cowboys could be in the real good house with. Nakobe Dean is the creme de la creme. A lot of people have been talking about him, especially his relationship with Parker. And then you got Quay Walker. He will fit right on in with this particular team. E.J. Speed, Alex Singleton, Eric Stokes, shout out to him, Jalen Thompson, Reed Blankenship. That could be a situation. To a degree, P.J. Locke and Draymond Jones. Those are the guys that we can all make sure that some shape, form, or fashion we could go out there and get, right? And as bad as this defense been last season or the last 2 seasons, just like that, this particular year can speed forward, and then all of a sudden we can look back at it and say, man, boy, we was arguing and getting mad about nothing because everything falls right into the wheelhouse of the Cowboys. And, Law, do you have any truth with that? I got you. Let's listen to this audio right quick.
Griggs, what do you think? Do you believe what Jerry is saying? He's going to put his money where his mouth is?
Money!
Stage a little bit, coming just back from Indianapolis. You walk down these streets in Indianapolis, it's every team is there. They're all wearing their logos. You turn a corner, and I'm going to tell you something, nothing against Indianapolis. There's not a lot of Louis Vuitton and Giorgio Armani on the streets there in Indianapolis during February. There is a giant double-decker cruiser with the Dallas Cowboys star emblazoned on it right there on Washington Street in downtown Indianapolis, basically saying, here's our flag, we are planting it, and we're going to be letting it known to everybody that we are here. And Jerry's telling it like it is. They're going to spend. They
better spend, man. Yeah. We better spend at this particular situation. Stokes is terrible. This is from Loso. Yeah, I mean, we talking about free agency, and these guys ain't going to be movers and shakers. Put it like this. In free agency, before he finishes conclusions of what the Cowboys should do as far as money, in free agency, you don't become free unless you ain't good, to a degree. Because if it is a situation and scenario that you is really lights out good, teams break their backs to make sure that they keep you here within the confines of their team. So in free agency, either you're not good, teams don't value you that much, or they don't have enough money, and if you are good, you ain't going to last long. You're going to only be out there like a snow cone in Texas in July. So it is for what it is. So what we're trying to do as far as free agency is some of the parts that you are terrible at, you make sure that you elevate that part. What you don't want to do is going to get a lot of quantity thinking that they will be quality. That's a lot of mistakes in free agency. You get what I'm saying? So if the Cowboys are smart and wise, go after the premium quality versions of those guys that's on free agency. Don't go out there, and I hate to say this, I hate to use the name again. Don't go after the James Washingtons of the world. No offense to you, James Washington, but don't go after those guys that's on the scraping of the bottom of the pot or the barrel, right? You want to get some of that good stuff. That's what I'm trying to get at. But appreciate y'all. Come on.
Have money to spend, and they have a need. This is a defense that was atrocious last year.
Atrocious.
They already hired a 34-year-old whiz kid defensive coordinator in Christian Parker, who comes from the Vic Fangio School in Philadelphia and just got done being the mentor and tutor to Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell there in Philly. I look at this free agency class. Jalen Phillips, Devin Lloyd, Alante Taylor, Boye Mafe, Tariq Woolen. All of those names would be names that I'm imagining that Jerry, Stephen, and Will McClay will have their eyes on. They also have the 12th and the 20th.
12th and the 20th. Listen properly.
Pick in a very deep defensive draft. There is a chance that Cowboys come out in day one after free agency. We're saying, wow, well, that's been unlike them the last couple of years. They've got the money, they've got the needs, and they have the desire and will with Jerry now another offseason into his career saying, that was a year that was kind of wasted last season where we didn't make the playoffs. I expect Dallas to be big players and putting up those Louis Vuitton, Giorgio Armani prices in free.
Take the money out!
All
All of it! Come on! Wasting my time now.
Yeah.
Come on! Come on!
Does it better?
You got to go out here and spend some of the coins. Now, there are this side of the situation. I know we can free up some money. We got to. Like I said, whenever we do move around and sign someone, it's always we're going to see some restructurings of contracts. Now, I know it's March 1st, March the 3rd, March the 2nd, I meant to say. March 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You better have your head on the swivel because there are going to be some extensions going. There's going to be cutting of players going, and there should be resources. So you got to have your money in line. Come on,
Take
Cowboys.
the money out! All of it!
Now,
Come on!
for
Wasting my time now. Come
for
on!
tangible things as we move along. The Cowboys, as you guys can see, we are dead last on this list. We owe $58 million. So we're going to have to move around and get things going. I heard that there was some type of trade situation that happened earlier today. Demo, he's gone. Not for the Cowboys, by the way, but for the Lions. Montgomery is gone to the Texans. And you get where they doing now. You see teams are on the phone. They are picking up things and they're saying, hey, I got this. What do you have? Can we move this? Can we move that? And those are things that we all have to consider, especially talking about the Cowboys in this light. So what we ultimately don't want to see and what we don't want to happen, if all of this conversation leads to nowhere, all of this conversation about Jerry Jones willing to spend the money, and then we go into this draft with the with this type of selection, because I was watching Tankathon and they had their mock draft out, right? And of course, as we look down this with Mendoza, Rubin, Francis, Reese, he's gone. Downs, he's gone. Fano, Bailey, he's gone. Sonny Styles going to the damn Saints. Love going to the Chiefs. Mansour Delane, we wiped out now, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing Keldrick Falks of the worlds, right? Cowboys drafting him. And don't y'all know that there'll be some angry Cowboy guys. And then they go with Avion Terrell with the 20th pick. And then you go with York with the 112th pick. As good as this draft class is, I'm not liking this mock draft. So I would tell you guys, don't get too comfortable right here. Let us continue to hold Jerry and them feet to the fire, and those are the things that I'm looking at. I'm definitely looking at those type of things. Life happens. Situations happen. We can't put the toothpaste back into this particular tube. It's too difficult. But on our edges, we need edge rushers. The best way that I can paint and dial up a program for us to see is, yes, we missed out on re-signing Parsons. He's gone. That's old news, right? But we got some picks in return. Yes, Sam Williams didn't live up to the levels of expectations. He's in a contract situation. He's under David Mulugeta. Do you bring him back for a squeeze of orange juice, right? Cup of coffee, a shot of espresso? I don't know. There's not enough information on that. Yes, May he rest in peace. Marshawn Nealon was a drafted pick of ours, right? That was in the second round. And he's no longer here. He can't help us out, unfortunately, right? And I don't think the NFL do anything to circumvent that when these type of things happen, especially as it relates to my battery may go out again. My camera is something wrong with my camera today. But you guys can still hear me. We're going to have to keep going because something wrong with my camera. But what I'm saying is, yes, we know all of those things. And yes, of course, this other news that hit with Donovan Ezaraku. So we've been snake bitten a little bit at edge rushers, right? So we've been missing out on quality premium guys that can help us out. This was news reported to us by my guy, Pat No Seawalker. He stated that Donovan Ezaraku underwent surgery. The surgery, I guess during this offseason, he'll be out of OTAs, likely minicamp. He's expected to be ready for training camp, but he is starting a new role, a new position. And what that does to us and what that do is that put us way back, and I'm talking about way back into the wheelhouse of, damn, how can we get better? Damn, what this process is going to look like if we can't get better in this situation. And that is what we're saying ultimately, because if we don't hit right with these edge rushers and outside guys, oh my God, so that's what I'm trying to convey. So what you don't want to do is saddle yourself into or paint yourself into a corner, right? And then you look back at it and you say, well, I have no solution. Well, there are some things as it relates to solution. And this is BT Jordan. He made a post earlier this, I think it was yesterday or the other day. And, of course, you see Perion Winfrey saying OSHIT. And then you're seeing also, with that being said, Maxx Crosby saying, yes, sir. So I'm all in the business and I'm all in the favor of finding ways to help this team out. And this was reported from Albert Breer. I lean towards a Maxx Crosby trade happening, and maybe this week. So rub y'all hands together. Birdman, rub your hand together with teams like Dallas, Chicago, Baltimore, Buffalo, New England, Philly, and the Rams. Keep tabs on availability for this week, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm saying is, if there's a situation and if there's a deal, my camera is out, guys. I don't want to shut the stream down to go into my bag to get the other camera. So y'all let me know if y'all want me to keep going. Y'all don't have to see me. Y'all know what I look like, right? But neither here nor there. The Cowboys are in a situation that they can literally pick him up. I just don't want us to burn that first round draft pick, that 12th. I would literally, and I'm being real. I'm being real with y'all. I would really be willing to burn this one though. And
sacrifice.
The good part is I'm willing to sacrifice that 20th pick, not the 12th. Not the 12th. And that's the reason why I would look into this particular situation. I would tell you guys, I would burn that 20th pick straight up to get Maxx Crosby. Now, how trades and situations and scenarios work in this particular factor would be a situation and scenario that the Cowboys could, and that's the operative word, wait until draft day. But there could be other teams that will say, you know what, I would throw you this or I'll throw you that. But the problem is with that is that if other teams do that, then you'll have to fight for that. And do you guys feel the Cowboys should do that? Post it down in the chat. Appreciate everybody, man, for rocking with me on this beautiful occasion.
NFL insider with some Dallas ties says, look for the possibility that Maxx Crosby is traded this week and that the Cowboys will kick the tires. Where are you on using 12 or 20? Not and.
Yeah, definitely not and. I'm out on 12.
Okay.
To me, yeah, is Max better than who you're getting at 12? Yeah, tomorrow he is better.
Sure.
You've got to be able to win now and win tomorrow at the same time. That is the sweet spot, the cheat code, the trick, and I just don't think you do that by trading away the 12th pick for somebody who he's on the 16th hole, 15th hole of his career, 14th hole.
Edge rushers can go usually till 34.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they always do, right? And
elite ones usually do.
If he is he at his peak? Is he on the backside of his peak?
Yeah, it's probably about now.
The peak.
Yeah.
Right. So the Raiders have already gotten the best of Maxx Crosby.
He's 28.
Most likely.
Be 29 in August.
Most likely we've already seen. Now, he might have a year where he pops.
He would ball out for 3 years. I'm confident he'd ball out through age 32.
Possible. Yeah, absolutely possible. I'm just out on that. I'm just out on 12.
How fun would it be to have 12 or to turn 12 into a trade down?
Oh, there.
And then I use 20.
Yes.
So I get Crosby and still 2 firsts.
Yeah, if you could take
a high second.
If you could take 12 and turn.
No doubt. Where are you guys at? Because I already gave you guys my thoughts on that. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. We earned that 12 pick, though. Yeah. Tony, man, yes, I agree with you 1,000,000%. If the camera go out again, then we'll just figure out another way. But I appreciate each and every last one of you all so much for being parts of this. That's why I say, man, you guys got the best community in the world of understanding, and I appreciate that.
I mean, Max is what you would have gotten, like what you're using that capital on. Like if it's just a single pick that you planned on using that pick for a defensive player to come in here and make an impact, that would be Max.
No, but I'm talking from a cash perspective. If you keep George and then you get Max.
If you get Max, you are not signing Trey Hendrickson, or you're not playing at those financial levels in free agency. So you adjust on the free agent.
That's what I was kind of talking about with an 8,
right, versus
2 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather sign Hendrickson for nothing or trade 12 for Max?
All right, so here's and we don't have to play no more of that audio. I just wanted to use that for context. Here's my ultimate thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen. I will get the cup of coffee and have it ready for Trey Hendrickson. That's free. I know he's a little bit older, but I'll pull him to the side and tell him, hey, bro, come here, man. I know you asking for like $35 million, man. That's a lot of money, man. I know you want this last contract to be the creme de la creme. We all want money. That's why we call it money. But we can build something special here, man. Trey, come on, man. Hit me out, Trey. You've been on a team that's been good, but not good enough. And primarily on defense. Let's build something together. I will come the ultimate salesman, right? And I'll let them know, man, if you play a teaspoon of games with the Cowboys, this forever will help you out on the back end, you know? This forever.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on!
This will help you out on
my
the
time
back
now.
end.
Come on!
And we can build something special. You and CP the same age. Come on, man. You know, that's how I would be selling the situation. T-Jack says, just go sign Boye Mafe. I do like him. I do like what he brings to the table. But I'm trying. I'm still trying to pitch myself at somebody that's a little bit more better as it relates to their results, what they can bring to the table, right? Mafe, he's good. He could one day become a Trey Hendrickson, or he could one day deliver you numbers like a Maxx Crosby, right? 30 a year for Trey with $10 million incentives, 15 or more sacks. Oh, yeah, put it out there. And I think he already had his cleanup surgery. We do know that Maxx, he's going through his surgery now, right? He's cleaning up and all of that stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out ways so we can get this team better, right? And this was the owner's son on a couple of conversations about everything.
Where do things stand right now with Brandon Aubrey? And if a deal can get done, is it just the tender?
Well, we'll see. I don't ever want to speculate. I believe we can get a deal done with Brandon. I feel very optimistic. We've made deals with Todd, France. Sometimes they take a little longer.
This is
but
also Dak Prescott's agent,
he's
Todd
also
France.
Dak's agent, and I have nothing but respect for Todd and what he's about. We obviously started working on Brandon's deal early last year, and we wanted to get it done. But, at the same time, I also understand, this is an opportunity for Brandon and his family, and they want to make sure it's the right deal for them. And we'll continue to roll up our sleeves, and hopefully maybe, who knows, maybe we can get this thing done in the next week to 10 days.
All right, so when we start talking about concentration on things that's not ancillary, right? Well, let me say this better, because I don't want us to think that Aubrey is ancillary, right? But the order of operation. You may not ever find another Brandon Aubrey, right? You may not ever come across another Brandon Aubrey type of kicker that can hit it from 50 to 60. And it's hard work doing all of that. But for what he's asking for, like more than 6.5, right? We know he asking more for 6.5. But damn it, I can start a kicking tryout. Until the draft, up all the way up to the draft. And I might not ever find another Brandon Aubrey. But damn it, I can find me a Brandon Jonesery, and get somebody that can make kicks. He may not can hit it from the 50-yard line, but if I can get me a kicker that can hit it from the 35 and 40 just as good, give me that. Give me that kicker that can hit it from the 35 and 45 and be $7 million lesser, give me that kicker. Jeez. And let me use that other money that I can put out there on the field of services that can give me snap counts, that can make impactful sacks, takeaways, tackles, special teams, running down, hitting, and all of those stuff. And when they say, hey, man, why you didn't pay that kicker $10 million? Man, y'all would have won the game if you'd have paid the kicker $10 million. Nah, man, give me that offensive weapon that can give me a little bit closer. Or give me that defensive guy that can strip. And if it's up to us to lean on a kicker that can make a kick from 50 yards in order to win, we ain't no good anyway. Yeah. We are no good anyway. If it takes all of that for you to win a game, if you got to sink all of your money on a kicker anywhere from $8 to $10 million at the 45 to 50-yard line, you don't supposed to be in that game anyway. That's not even Super Bowl winning quality and caliber of championships. The last time we won the Super Bowl, the damn quarterback of this team is getting what the kickers is trying to get. No, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Brandon said, pay me, I want to be rich. This is from Dallas Cowboy hard hitter. So you can't save everybody. Somebody going to have to let them go. And that's just what I can say. Ask the Ravens on the aspect of needing a kicker. Put it like this. One can argue the reason why the Ravens haven't been to the Super Bowl or won Super Bowl. They paying too much money for the kicker. If they would have put that money and resources elsewhere and had a guy that can scoop and score or create a turnover, then they didn't need one of the greatest kickers of all time for that particular team. And they haven't even lifted up a Lombardi trophy in many a moons. So, and they haven't won playoff games, and they had one of the most electrifying kicker in the world. So yeah. So we can look back at it and say, yeah, if they had a kicker, maybe, just maybe, but no. Yeah, Cowboys would have been 4-13 last season without Aubrey, and guess what? We would have had better draft picks. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just for what I'm looking at it from here and from that aspect. Your kicker missing a kick is probably the worst ways to lose a game. And if you rely, and I'm gonna say this, I know it sounds crass, but if you rely on your kicker to win your games, then you're a bad team. You are not the team that you're supposed to be. You don't belong there, right? It was always about, in all of the history, put it like this. I know I sound crazy, but hear me out. The 5 Super Bowls that we did won, we didn't need to rely only on the kicker. You know what I'm saying? You get you a complete team. Force the ball, take the ball away. And this is the thing. I was watching the illustration earlier. Sometimes people force things on you so that you can fit in. Let me say this. Sometimes teams force things on you so you can fit in. Yeah, Adam Vinatieri, he was really good, but the defense. And he wasn't. Look, Adam Vinatieri, see, this even strengthened my argument even more, Sean Harris. Adam Vinatieri, as good as he is, and as excellent as he is, he wasn't no $10 million kicker. Shit. They wouldn't have paid him $10 million for it. They wouldn't have paid him $10 million for it, or whatever you can calculate the money that current day players are making now, and you transpose the numbers to that time frame, they ain't paying the kicker that much money. He knew what his job was, and the defense knew what their job was. And if it was a situation that they needed more defense versus the damn kicker, trust and behold, they would have got the defensive going. Yeah, that's just all I'm saying. And there's no shade at doggone my guy Brandon Aubrey. There's no shade at that. And I want him to get his bag. But we don't have to always be the team that say, hey, let us be the team to pay the highest paid kicker ever. Let us be the team to pay the highest paid this position ever. We don't have to always be that. You know, that's just what I'm saying. But neither here nor there. Let's move to this conversation. Jerry Jones speaking.
I want our George Pickens relationship to be all honey. Honey and money. Very, very, well, that's a good, I didn't say that because it sounds like I'm joking, but boy, that's pretty good. Seriously, I want it very clear that I can't tell you how positive we feel about him. I want our...
Yes, indeed. He said he wants George Pickens' relationship to be all honey. Well, honey is made from hard work. Bees make honey because they're working. I ain't gonna tell you what it all is, but y'all give it what I'm saying. Bees make it because they're working. Be busy as a bumblebee, right? And if Jerry Jones want this Pickens relationship to be that, then you got to get to work. You definitely got to get to work. Before we go further into more details, appreciate each and every last one of you all. Let's get this going the best way possible.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. Download Sleeper. Use promo code LAW with that code used in mind. Keep this in mind. $20 from me to you is added to your beautiful account when you use promo code LAW. That's law. And on top of that, yes, put your money where your mouth at. This is from Richard. And if the Cowboys, I just want to tell y'all this, man. I'm not bashing the kicker. I'm not. But the kickers are not the engine of the car. They are not the transmission. They are not the gears. They are not the oil. They are not the essential part of this particular team. And you see people all the time in the hoods, man, they putting their money in the wrong spot. I done seen a guy, man, with he had 4 rims on the car. On an 88 Cutlass. Yeah. And then one of them rims get a damn flat. Here he is with 3 rims and a donut, right? And you be sitting there thinking like, okay, that donut only going to be on there for a few days. A week go by. A month go by. I'm sitting here like, man, you using your resources the wrong way, man. How you going to have 3 rims and a donut, man? You got your rim, you got your windows rolled down because you got no AC unit in there. Look, you utilizing your money the wrong way, man. Take them rims off of that car that don't belong and put some regular tires on that car and get you to A to B or A to Z and stop using your money the wrong way. You know, there's so many people who misuse funds. Is crazy, you know. Jeez. But neither here nor there. I just don't want the Cowboys to focus in on the wrong thing. And we all been down that road before. 20, yeah, Impalas, baby, have the 20-inch rims. Blaze on Impalas, man. Yes, indeed. Man, spending all of your money on rims that spin, right? It's crazy. I'm glad that phase is over with. Yes, indeed. People don't do that anymore. And let me know if you still have spinning rims in the year of 2026.
Yes. Yes, I do. And I know that my way of addressing it, which would be just what I'm sitting here talking to you about to go do it, is the best way to correct it. The thing that I would want our fans to know is how much input that I have into what goes on when they see a ball snap or a play, and how much third-party input. And I have a reputation of not we'll get that guy, we'll do that. It's the opposite of that. Ask anybody that's ever been around, anybody, Jimmy, ourselves, name any of them as far as coaches. We'll go back and can't talk to Larry, of course, but you can talk to some of those guys in there.
Yeah.
I scraped the floor trying to get some information to make the best decision that we can. Hats off, it's highly competitive. Other clubs have done better. I got my butt kicked the other day when I said I wanted to win Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. Well, I really can't accept just the thought of winning one Super Bowl and then what? I've got more time on my clock than that in my mind.
Man, you may think you have all of that time, bro. Hey, it's been 30 years, 30 seasons. One can argue 31 and growing or what have you. You got more time behind you than in front of you. Now, Jerry might know the secrets of life and outlive us all, right? And we sitting here like, damn, he was right as we go down in the grave, right? Yes, indeed. But, Jerry, the reason why this particular team been the way that this team been is because you operate out of comfort. The reason why the Rams won a Super Bowl a couple of years back is because they pushed all of their chips in the middle, right? The reason why the Seattle Seahawks just won the Super Bowl is because they did things what we call in free agency. So you got to release that old thought of saying, yeah, if I do this, I can only win one. If we had a keen philosophy of one Super Bowl appearance every 5 years, I think a third of you guys would take that. Or one Super Bowl every 6 years or 7 years, I think all of you guys would take that. You know, you guys would literally say, well, at least every 4 or 5 years we in the Super Bowl. I think you guys would take that. Y'all run that. But the moment you just try to be safe and secure, that's the moment you don't win, unfortunately.
And so I don't see it that way. I see a chance to put a team together and basically be knocking at the edge and get another one or get a chance at another one. It runs that way in my view. So that's why I said numbers, but make no mistake about it now. If you told me I could, because I've done a lot of hitchhiking in my life. People used to hitchhike a lot when they were young like me. And I'd start out here with you right now and hitchhike back to Dallas to win a Super Bowl.
Yes, indeed. So those are the conversational pieces that he was saying there in that particular excerpt, which is cool. I follow with Jerry on that. If you want to, you're going to have to move those pieces in that thought track out the way and go get it. Yeah. Just reading from some of you guys' comments here. And JV Boy says, faithful, how did the Cowboys lose their playoff games since 2016 and 18, since you brought it up? And, talking about playoff games. I mean, the Cowboys, it's been 30 years, man. It's been 30 years of us losing. And overall, in the last 30 years, I believe collectively, we have 4 playoff wins. So you can accidentally get a win in the playoffs sometimes, right? If your defense great. We can't even accidentally win a playoff game, right? So with that being said, this is not me putting cover over the quarterback now that's on this team. But at this point, you got him. He's $60 million in. He got a no-trade clause on the contract. And you got 2 more years, I believe, left on the contract that the money, the guarantees on it, and you can look at it from that aspect, and then you can spread things around. Either you can cry and complain about the quarterback here for the next 2 seasons, or you can say, okay, how do this particular quarterback win? You got 10 years of historical, empirical information and data on how this quarterback can win. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, accidentally. You can accidentally win a playoff game when you have defense, right? I'm just saying. We've seen those things happen before, but that's a whole nother conversation. When you say to yourself, okay, we are 2-5 in the postseason game. This is from Richard Coleman. How did you win the 2 games? It should be the way that you look at it. How did you lose the 5 games? You can literally look at it and say, this is how we lost the 5 games. This is how we won the 2 games. Now, this is what we have on paper, and this is what we got in store on this team. There's no other way around it. Because in those same years, there was another guy that was on this team that had that same record, 2-5, on the Cowboys team in the last 10 years. Let me know if I'm lying. He was on this team, 2-5. He didn't make a sack. He didn't force a fumble. He didn't get a takeaway. And now his name is being praised all around the world. Law, do you have any name to that? Yeah, his name is Law, DeMarcus Lawrence. He got him a Super Bowl ring. He lifted up a Lombardi trophy this past season, right? Or 2025 Super Bowl winning championship team, because it takes a team, not an individual. A half of you guys don't have me to pull up the chat. That's why I love it being here on the screen. We're saying that he's lazy. He's not a team player. He is a what they call it in that situation in light. Oh, he played hero ball. We heard all of these things for him ultimately go to another team within a year and win it. That could be the exact same story with 4, right? The moment he goes to another team, a team that said, you know what, we're going to put this around you, and we know what you can do around that, and we're going to mix these things together so you can lift up a Lombardi trophy. Right. So this is for what I'm saying. So, yeah, Aztec says, so we're just going to ignore our defense when blank S the bed in the 2016, 18, and 2023 playoff game. Yeah. So everybody was bad. If we can go into 2016 and 18 and 2023 and find multitudes of plays that the defense was able to help us out, then I'll hush. Matter of fact, if you guys can find me takeaways, turnovers, pick sixes that the defense was able to force, scoops and scores, then I'll hush, right? And on the flip side, offensively speaking, if you can find me other players that stood tall, offensively speaking, then we can hush our mouths, right? Were there, like I know in 2018, there was a big kickoff return. Big Tay, shout out to Tay. I know that Ezekiel Elliott ran over 120 yards in that game. I know that when the Cowboys do run the ball in the postseason and have north of 100 yards, they win in games. I can tell you in the last 3 to 4 playoff games that we played in, last three, our running back wasn't averaging, I can tell you that. Our running back wasn't even averaging 3.5 yards per tote. So there's ways that we can look at this. It would be a different situation and scenario if we go into the postseason game and our defense is stopping and shutting down teams, forcing turnovers and takeaways, and our run game is at least giving us 4 yards per tote. All I'm asking for is 4 yards and someone else to stand tall in these games. But we don't have that, or we didn't have that, hopefully. By us seeing that this team can be on the same page, that we can get things differently going, by the way. That's the only hope that we have left. And Christian Parker, maybe he could be that. Let's listen to my guy on some of the draft. Nah, we ain't going to play this one. Let's play, and we talked about Aubrey already. Credibility. Let's see what Jerry talking about on this one.
An exceptional want to that we were going to have Overshown back quicker, that we were going to have a Ravel back quicker, that we were going to do some things with linebackers by bringing them in. Had a lot of things that we put a lot of credibility to being able to do that didn't pan out for us. I had an exceptional want to.
An exceptional want to. And this is the news on Donovan Ezaraku. Shout out to Clarence.
Defensive end Donovan Ezaraku, who was moved from in to outside linebacker in the Cowboys' new 3-4 scheme, had a solid rookie season last year, former second-round pick. He had off-season surgery to repair a hip labrum. He won't be cleared until most likely training camp. The Cowboys have a huge need for edge rusher. It's even more acute now. Ezaraku out until training camp. Defensive end Donovan Ezaraku, who was...
Yeah, that's Donovan Ezaraku. So we've been snake bitten a little bit on the edges. Or the end guys on that particular aspect of it. But what we can do here, since we are down towards the bottom part of this show, appreciate everybody. We will like to extend this show now to open up the phone lines. But this phone lines is brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Appreciate all of you guys that's tuning in with this, and I appreciate you guys. But before we go further, if you are traveling, right, and someone rear ends you or jump a curve and T-bone you, let me tell you who you need to reach out to.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Yes, indeed. That's 214 or 817, every 3 that you can dial. And you get a team of experts with a combined of 100 years of experiences here in the city of Dallas in the heart of Texas. So be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel & Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. If you can't dial that number, just visit FrenkelFirm.com. All right, so if you can, 657-390-7391. That is the hotline for your mind. Frenkel & Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Let's get it going the best way possible. Let me know what's on your heart. Let me know what's on your mind. Before we go a little bit further into this, let me just refresh you guys on this right here. Notable free agent guys that we can take a look at. That will be Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, E.J. Speed, not I Show Speed. Also, Alex Singleton, Eric Stokes, Jalen Thompson, Reed Blankenship, PJ Lockett, and and then we have Draymond Jones. But the first caller, without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, from the 206, you in the mix. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law?
Not much, bro. No, man. All is well, man. Can't complain, bro. What's on your heart?
That's good. Oh, yeah, that was it was showing some film of the Denver safety.
Right.
Talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But what you could do, if they do it right, a mixture of good players that started and smart and know how to play his scheme.
Right.
And you can make your team, because the front three could be good. Now, what you can do, I know everybody's going to, the D tackles, you're going to be good there. But there's talking about on one show, Osa, the way he played this game, sometimes he might be on the bench or something.
Right.
But
I've heard that take from Brian Broaddus. He said that the difference is Brian Broaddus, he had a hunch, but I talked to the guy that's it's going to be hand fighting with these guys. And no shade away from Brian Broaddus from what his opinion is on that. Yeah. But you got to understand that scheme fit. I heard someone say in the chat about Maxx Crosby. Can he play standing up? Can he play with the hands in the dirt? It doesn't matter because we're going to play multiples. That's the whole point of playing multiples, right? You're not germane, or you're not pushed to a one identity of this team.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah. So Osa, a lot of people grading Osa off of the fact with what he did last year and the year before, right? But you got to understand that Dixon, he's different. Marcus Dixon, in the last 2 seasons, there's no interior line that created more sacks and pressure than what he was able to do as far as coaching these boys up. So he sees it differently from what those guys see it as. So that's just what I want to say is, but I don't think that these guys are in trouble. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, BT Jordan. Yeah. So you're going to see some refineries that's going on. Yeah. And none of these guys, far as Osa, far as Quentin Williams, and it was just a contract lingo conversation with Clark or what have you. But none of those interior defensive tackle guys are in trouble with this scheme.
Oh, no, they're going to be eating. They're going to be eating.
Yeah.
And Patterson, even Big Toa, because he's going to be even stronger. Yeah, Jake Toa. So that's what I say. He could play in the middle sometime. And Quinn and the other boy play on the out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can use it all kind of ways.
No, yes, indeed, man.
We gonna now you just got to get that the linebacker set, because I think Dean gonna be here. They're gonna get Dean, and then the safeties, get the safeties right, and get another corner. But you could get what's his name? The guy from Cincinnati.
Right. Right. You talking about Hendrickson?
Yeah. If you want to keep both of them picks, you could get him or make that trade. But I don't think Pittsburgh going to give up number 51 because he's a beast. That outside linebacker for the Packers. I'm going to try to make a deal with. I know you can trade Steele. I'll trade Steele over there to Holmgren or to the or to the Raiders. Put them in the Packers,
Right.
But I'm not giving up the 12 pick. I'll give up the 20 pick.
Yeah. I give up the 20th, but I wouldn't give up the 12th. The 12th is such a pivotal role on this team, man. You can find somebody.
Get another pick back. Like you said, that do make sense. Say, if you get wiped out, then you go for the best player. You get wiped out, you move back 2 or 3.
Yeah.
15, get an extra pick in the second round. Now you got a first and second. You get your good first. Cause you ain't panicking because you got all your people in the free agent. You need like 4 guys in the free agent. A linebacker, an edge rusher, and the safety.
No doubt, man.
That will put you over the top right there. You know what I'm
no
saying?
doubt,
So,
MJ.
Yeah.
What else you have before I let you go, bro?
Oh, man, just, just giving everybody a shout out, sign up for All Nation. And, man, let's go on and get this defense right. Man, you want that defense. We get that defense right, we can win.
Man, come on with
it's
it,
all
man.
about that defense.
All about it, man.
Championship.
Indeed.
Right.
You on the money, bro.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you for calling in, man. Yeah.
Salute, All Nation.
Yes, indeed, that's MJ. So what I want to say now is this: when we start to dissect defense strategy. Now, this is being crazy, though. If you move with that ideal of saying, okay, I'm going to make the sacrifice for the 20th pick to get a premium guy that have results, right? Everyone has a reason, but results are what matter, right? A known guy. Whether it's the Dobbins kid or I think that's his name for the Kansas City Chiefs. What's his name? The slot guy. And you saying, okay, this is the identity that we like. Sacrifice the 20th pick knowing that you can't find a guy that's in this draft that's going to play up to that type of level, right? And you can still, with your 12th pick, as long as you don't get too cute, figure out a way, just like what MJ said, to gain another pick, maybe in the second. Maybe you slide back, and that's a lot of movement around. But you can only do that. McDuffie is what I'm trying to get at for the damn Chiefs. McDuffie, if you want to trade straight up for the McDuffie kid from the 20th pick with the Kansas City Chiefs, then he would fit Trent McDuffie. My bad, Louis. Yeah. Trent McDuffie. Man, I'm having a senior moment. I did get older this year, so bear with me. I don't know why I said Dobbins, but Trent McDuffie, if you say to yourself, okay, Kansas City Chiefs, straight up, we give you the 20th pick for Trent McDuffie. We have the 12th pick in the draft or what have you. We land the guy that we ultimately want with the 12th pick, which is crazy. Let's say, for example, you land a Sonny Styles, right? Styles make fight. Or let's say you wiped out and there's nobody definitively that you ultimately like and you still want to get a day 2 pick, then you can probably move back 3 or 4 slots. Who knows? You can hold that 12th pick for ransom if you are wiped out. That's why I'm saying that the draft is always a strange lady, crazy lady. Whatever it may be, I don't want this to be our draft. Let me just pull this around before I let the next caller on. I don't want this to be our draft, by the way. I don't want us to go get a Keldrick Falk and an Avion Terrell, even though I like Avion. I have him more pegged as a second round, but I get it. People fell in love with some of the things that he just recently did, and he may go into the first round. But I don't want this. I don't want a Torrin York or what have you and all of this. No, I really want us to really think this out. But this could be a possibility upon which I don't want Cowboys Nation. All right, I got Cowboys Stevens, man, from the 201. You live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Uncle Law, how we doing?
Man, well, man, I can't complain, bro. Can't complain at all.
Good. May God continue to bless you, man.
Amen to that.
Hey, listen, I got a couple of things on my mind as I was listening,
Mm-hmm.
to what you were saying, and I caught a tad bit of the combine and, some of the competition out there.
Right.
Here's one thought that I had. I know right now we've got a lot of defensive needs, which I definitely, agree with. And I don't think, and could be conversation also for another show, but, the offensive side of the ball too still has a few holes, but not as much as the defense right now. Mm-hmm. What do you think that Jerry kind of being, as he's always kind of been here, frugal in a sense with his money, but I hate to say it, but Jerry's more of a PR guy. He is more of a PR guy, and he does take his time when it comes to, signing people and, picking up the talent, because you want, as you say, that, that best available player.
Right.
But do you honestly feel that it's player versus position here, or is it a combination of, money and position with player? Give me a feedback on that.
Well, money is always the problem with this, right? Money, and then it's the evaluations of talent. You always got to make sure that you bring in the right sides of things. You said the offense. Yeah, I mean, here's
bring on the offensive side of the ball, though, that there's also there that we got to concentrate on. Maybe not for the first 2 rounds.
Right. Well, for example, let's say you wiped out, right? Like the guys that you really had high on your board is gone, like a Caleb Downs, a Styles, or what have you. And you sitting there thinking, like, I really wanted one of those 2 guys, right? And then if it's me, and there's a situation whereas you have Kenyon Sadiq, he's there at the 12th spot, and you have Keldrick Falk. Now, who's the next highest paid, the highest graded guy on your defense, on your draft board? Keldrick freaking Falk, right? And you got Kenyon Sadiq there. You got Jeremiah Love there, which I believe he won't be there. And you say, well, I wanted to make sure, since we are in more of a need on defense, let me just go ahead and just scoop up Keldrick Falk. Then there'll be gnashings of teeth and movement of furniture. Give me the guy that I know for sure can run a full 40 that can just reach up and pull the ball out of the sky, even though we don't need it. Give me that, opposed to getting somebody that we would never see on the field for the first 2 or 3 years. You get what I'm saying?
I do. Now, to your point, let me say this. Now, maybe I'm a little off base here. Let's take Dak's situation. Okay?
All right.
Before Tony got injured, okay, they were trying to pick at that point for, immediate and for the future. Okay?
Right.
I was watching a guy from Texas A&M during the combine. I can't remember his name. He was a Jersey-based guy. He went to my high school. All right, he's 21, 22 years old right now.
Right.
He didn't perform, under a 440. But from the size of this guy, from just what he had to bring, somebody like that, his name starts with a B, and I can't think of the name of it, and I wish I did right now because it just would solidify this discussion a bit. Is I'm looking at him and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? For an offensive lineman, even though he's not, on the defense or whatever side of the ball,
right,
is somebody from youth, okay, that can be trained and brought up and everything like that. Dak wasn't along that same kind of mentality before Tony got injured and got thrown into, that mix? I mean, are we doing apples and apples here, or apples and oranges? That help me out a little bit.
So are you saying if there's an offensive lineman there with the 12th spot, should we entertain that? Help me out.
No, not in 12. Not in 12, but like let's just say in 20.
The 20th pick, okay.
Yeah, in 20 pick. Like let's work whatever we can with a veteran, okay?
Oh, a veteran guy.
I would be holding on to my 12th.
Yeah.
I would be holding on to my 12th and my 20th, maybe. But, again, everything is all crunch time now. So that's the thing. It's just like, where do you really start? Where do you really start and put the focus on? Again, being you. Give me your perspective based on what I'm saying.
I mean, it's BPA all day. And I know that's crass because everybody's board is different, right? People value things differently. But I'm going in with an open mind. I'm going in with this, Stephen, with the mindset that those things that you have really, really long conversations at, you nuke it into free agency before you get to the draft. And then there's always, you have to operate knowing that there's always a second wave of free agency after the draft. That's just the bottom line. So for sure that this offseason I'm gonna try to fight like holy hell for a guy that I know that can change this team on the front end before. You don't have to sign anybody day one, nor day two. But that first week, you better put something into the pot, right? And you go into the draft with a free mind, right? And then after the draft, you knowing that there's going to be some more available players. That's how I would operate.
I appreciate your perspective, Law, as
Most
always.
certainly.
And I love what you do, man.
Thank you, man.
God bless you and your family. I hope everybody's well. All I got to say, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? That's Cowboy Steven, man. Always calling in with great info and great insights. And it's okay, man. This is the lion season, and this is the need to be right season. There's going to be multitudes of lies, and I'm not saying this as a negative, but it's just how it is. You got a lot to kick it. Just like he's saying that Jerry is basically the PR of this team, which I agree to that point. But this is the ultimate lion season, right? And this is the way that people want. Everybody got every answer. They're never wrong about a player. Hey, there's people right now fighting right now. You know what I'm saying? Over the tight end. Some will say, hey, I like Kenyon Sadiq, right? There's somebody said Eli Stowers better though, man. Give me Eli Stowers, man. He had 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns last season. I believe Sadiq had 8 touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns last season himself. But there's always going to be strongholds to these type of things based off of your idea of what you want your team to be, or the team that you grew up loving and seeing. And if that's the college that you went to, you're going to be like heavily favored to that guy, unfortunately. I got A. Lou from the 304. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. What you got for me today?
No, what's good?
Not much, man.
Hey, quick question. I don't know if we touched on that. I've been following you, but I know you've been moving and shaking. Pause. Did Jerry ever say why he didn't come to the introduction of Christian Parker?
I haven't caught wind of that. He haven't been to most of those things, if I'm not mistaken. He haven't been to the one when Eberflus was there, right? So I think that was media driven. I know for sure if Jane Slater took that back of bringing that up to the attention and did a little bit more research, then she wouldn't have said it, right? Which kind of like pivoted a lot of people to think that Jerry is some shape, form, or fashion a guy that's not appreciative of the hiring of Christian Parker, right? So that's just how that goes. Unfortunately, it's neither here nor there.
Okay. All right. What I would do right now, what I want to see is I want to see them out here go out and go ahead and get these two DNs that are out there with Bradley Chubb and Khalil Mack. Solidify this up with some veterans.
Right.
Draft you a DN at 12 or 20, and with whatever pick that you drafted DN, take BPA with that next pick. If you take a DN at 12, BPA at 20. If you plan on taking a DN at 20, BPA at 12.
Right. But you know what? What's
that?
I always look at it like this. You've been to grade school, man. You've been through life for a long period of time, right? When you know something, you act upon it. You don't guess around with it. You know the answers to the test. You be able to jump right on in and get on out of there. If the Cowboys did their homework right, you remember about last week, or the week before last, I said, shoot, if fool around and Caleb Downs fall to the 12th spot, and if you really like the not Corey Dillon, but the Dylan Thideman kid from Oregon, if you like both of the boys and you did your research on it, you stand boldly and you go get those two guys, right? You don't play around with it and say, well, I got a safety here. It don't make sense for me to get another safety there. No. If you studied and did your work, then you go and grab the people that you know that can help your program out. Don't just fall and rest for the board to be there and hope for the board to be there. Just go and get the people that you want.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at two safeties. It would be a little different, but two first-round safeties to solidify your back end. I mean, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. I'll be honest with you. I see a sneaky opportunity to get another wide receiver. I know that we got Pickens, but honestly, I really don't see them re-signing Pickens. I've been saying it the whole time. I would trade Pickens. Trade Pickens and get you a young receiver and then draft your receiver and run with it, because what's going to happen is if you're going to have to pay Pickens 36, 35 and up.
Right.
You're going to have to pay Pickens 35 and up. Okay, cool. All right. So you know that these Joneses, they don't know how to manipulate free agency. They don't know how to manipulate these contracts. They don't. They just don't. The only thing they know is what they did in the 90s, and that's sign them to a long-term agreement, have that voided year. That's all they know, because they haven't done anything different.
Right.
You know? So,
to that point, you 1,000,000% right on it. You know, when you think about it, the Cowboys going into this free agency, especially with GP, I get it. It's been a long process. A lot of people already had their thoughts about $35 to $36 million is too much. A lot of people have some built-in thought tracks that you can't have two wide receivers getting north of $30 million, which is crazy. I get all of that. But if it's going to be a pain, if it's going to cost us to lose focus, then let's see what you can get in return. I'm all team GP. He's 24. He's still young. But if it's going to cost me headaches, pains, and all of this stuff, and second guessing, then see what you can get in return. See if you can get a less money or what have you, far as paying the next guy, and keep it moving. But you shouldn't make this whole offseason to be about Pickens, though.
Not at all. Not at all. I think you need to make sure that you are solidifying your. You need to make sure that you're solidifying your team this year. You need to make sure that you have everything in order to compete, and not just be around the rim, which is crazy. I've never heard of being around the rim. To me, if you're around the rim, you missed the shot.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's the wildest thing I've ever heard. You know, so, like, if you need to make sure that you are doing the necessary things to be competitive for a real, I'm not even going to say Super Bowl, because, like you said, 30 years has been just be competitive in these playoffs. The last time we were in the playoffs, we got our doors blown off.
Right.
So let's build a team. Build a team. Build a team. Use free agency. Be smart. If you want to go off of what the Seahawks did, they went out and got a Cooper Kupp. He wasn't the old Cooper Kupp, but you still had to respect him. You go with Jackson Smith. You know, like you have to. There's different ways of doing these things, still being competitive, but also having that firepower. Is Pickens a great receiver? Yes, he is. Or hold on, is Pickens a good receiver? Yes, he is. He is not Megatron. He is not. Julio. He's not a great receiver. He's not a all-pro receiver, because all-pro receivers would have did it with anybody, you know, any quarterback. So
I'm not going to paint him into that corner. I think that he's still young. He with another year under Dak Prescott, he's going to be in those rooms, because he was literally for like a long period of this past season, in those rooms, because it was JSN and it was Pickens. They were the two leading receivers in the National Football League for majority of the weeks last year, right?
But JSN, you can't, and the reason why I say this is because you can't compare the two, because they put JSN in a lot of different. They put JSN in the backfield, slot, motion, everything. Once they figure out where GP's at, he won't even run. Like, we've seen that. He won't run. He won't. You know, like that plays a factor as well in how the team moves, because if they know you're not running and they know you're not going to do whatever, they're not even going to worry about you. Like that, they know that they're taking that side of the field away, because that can't even look over there as a, you know, check one, come back to one after you look at 3 or 4. Like you're not even, you know, like that's a problem.
Right.
I want GP on the team. Don't get it twisted.
Right. I get what you said. Yeah.
You know what I mean? With him, we would be the better team. But at the same time, you cannot sit here and tell me that it's fiscally smart to have two $30+ million receivers, and you're telling me that you got the firepower, just like this year. Right. The firepower couldn't stop nobody. And as soon as Dak makes one mistake, or we get a fumble, or we don't get the third down, we done gave up 7.
No doubt,
3
man.
stops. They got 21. Is nothing.
No doubt, man. Hey, you on the money, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Good conversation. Matter of fact, great conversation from my guy, A. Lou, about the GP thing. And I don't think what he's saying is basically, let's trade GP. He's not saying that. He's saying if a deal, that's what I'm saying, too. If the deal can't get resolved, and it can't get done by a certain date or a time frame, let that not be the focal point for this particular situation. Now, JSN, he's been there for the Seattle Seahawks for 2 seasons. So, yes, that's a different quarterback, but the quarterback was already familiar with that system. That's a system that they've been running for a while. And by JSN being able to be free in that system, and on top of that, having a team that allowed the fewest points in the National Football League, meaning that he had more tries and more opportunities because the damn defense was so great, which spark up the numbers. I can only imagine, and I know I get some hate mail with this, I get it, but to me, GP is a better wide receiver than JSN. I get it. It's JSN, local hero, a local team of Dallas or what have you. I think he's somewhere from Dallas or what have you, and I get it. He got higher upside, right? He won playoff games and all of this stuff, but he was in a system designed and built for him. GP was just over here for a Costco sample size for 1 year. If we were to transpose, and I know a lot of people will not understand what I'm about to say. If you were to take the offensive productivity that GP was able to do here in Dallas, and you add to, if we had the kind of caliber of defense that the Seattle Seahawks had, don't you know what type of year GP would have had? Don't you know that? It would have been even more, it would have been insanely amount of numbers that this team would have been able to do offensively. Your defense do affect your offense at times. Believe it or not, your offense affect your defense. That's just how it is. But it is for what it is. Let's go to the next caller. I got from the 201, 100 grand with the plan, man. What's good with you, man?
Listen, man, I was going to take the off season off, chill, relax. But I'm sick and tired of the GP slander. It's getting on my nerves, Law.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the last caller.
Right.
I'm not just talking about him. Some content creators.
Wow.
Yes.
What they say?
Law,
I haven't been. I've been gone. I've been working.
Man, look, I don't want to, listen, man, I could trade him for Maxx and all this and that, man. Like, yeah. Like, man, I'm done. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more, man. Can't.
Man, well, so give me what they said, man, so I can at least you gonna have to name drop, but at least give me a hint. Give me a hint, man.
I know your channel, you know what I'm saying?
Give me a hint. Give me a hint at least, man. Is that the hint? Well, you went to the AI. Look, your audio went away.
I'm trying to figure out what can I say, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I know how your channel is, and I don't want to throw your channel in the nonsense.
Oh, my God.
So hey, bro, come on now, dog. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so what did they say? What did they say? What did they say?
You want to trade, him for Maxx Crosby, and Maxx Crosby is this and he's that, and we don't need Pickens, and I can give you a number 2 wide receiver, and okay, I'm gonna put it to you. Might know who it is when I say this. I want my Michael Parsons replacement. We ain't replaced Michael Parsons. I want my Michael Parsons reparations.
Reparations. Well,
you got it now. You got it now. You figured out who it is now.
Man, I don't know who it is, but you can't replace.
I'm gonna hit your line and tell you.
But let me just say this. Let me say this. You're not replacing a Parsons, right? You're not replacing. Like, people fail to realize he's only been in. Parsons is already the 3rd all-time sack leader for the Cowboys, right? I think 3rd or damn near 4th. And he only been here for a Costco sample size. You get what I'm saying? Right. He didn't have 2 contracts with us. So, and you know how rich the history of the Cowboys been, from doomsday defense all the way to now. For him to be the 3rd or the 4th guy on that list is crazy. I think he could have been the 2nd. I don't know for sure. But what I'm getting at is that you're not finna get those reparations. It's like me asking for the United States of America to give me reparations. You know what I'm saying? For my forefathers, what they did 300-400 years ago. I'm not getting no reparations. The Jews and everybody doesn't get their billions, but I ain't finna get mine. You get what I'm saying? So we are not finna get no Michael Parsons reparation. But what we can do is add to. I think that with GP, we have enough money to go ahead and ink a contract in, right? And with the spillover, he wants to be here. Yeah. So
it's like, come on, man. Like, listen. If we take him away, all y'all talking about, man, we still can have CD and we can just get any old other wide receiver, any old number 2. We tried that. Y'all want JT back here?
Nah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And then you got some people saying, "Oh, we could go get my man from Tampa Bay. What's his name? I can't remember the wide receiver from Tampa Bay.
Who's from Tampa Bay? What wide receiver?
He's about to get cut. He got hurt, and then he came back at the end of the year. What's his? I can't think of his name.
Are you talking about? Lord, you talking about Mike Evans? Are you?
There you go. Yeah, I even heard some people say, "Yeah, we can go get Mike Evans."
He a free. He a master mason. He's 33 in the third years of age, man. He got all of the degrees over there. Hey, man, I like Mike Evans. I would still pick him up for a cup of coffee, but he's definitely not a GP replacement. He's more of like on the tail end. I think he had about 300 yards last season. He was banged up. I like Mike Evans. I know he's a local kid or what have you. I think he's from Texas or something like that. I'll bring him in for a cup of coffee, but I'm not bringing him in to be the replacement of GP. No, I'm not doing it.
There is no GP replacement. And those people who sit there and say, why we need 2 number ones. Look at this team and look at that team and look at the Bengals and all this and that. Listen, when you got talent, you got to keep the talent, man.
Yeah.
And when you take him away, how do you know how this defense is going to look? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to swing the momentum around the other way where your defense is so good and your offense can't put up points now?
Well,
then what we going to be sitting here saying? Like, man, what's going on? We keep going 3 and out. We keep going 3 and out, and we can barely get past the 50, or we can, instead of us putting up 30, 40 points a game, let's say we knock that out and we only could put up 21. Then it's going to be Dak, man. It's just, Dak Prescott, man. He just got CD in the randoms, but it's Dak Prescott, man. He can't make it work. Come on, man. Like, nah,
I know we ain't going back. I ain't going back. But you know what? I look at it like this. I've seen this team be a top 5 offense with Noah Brown in them, right? I don't want that now with James Washington. I don't want that. But I just think that the Cowboys will figure out a way, and they will not let this go, because Jerry Jones talking about the time that he have left on his plane in this dimension. So I think that a deal will get done. I know we said that last year with Parsons, but I think that a deal will get done with GP. This is different.
And here's the thing, though, Law. Here's the thing. Like, we ain't have the running game. Everything affects everything. If you take Pickens away, is your running game going to be the same?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's what these people are not thinking about. Is your running game going to be the same? If you could say, all right, we're going to bracket CD Lamb and then put our best wide receiver on that number 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Wrap. It's over.
Yeah.
We already talk about how the tight end is slow and all he does is he the second coming of Jason Witten. We already talk about that. So we can't say, yeah, man, we got a tight end that's great. No, you need weapons, man. We just going to go back to just having CD Lamb and the running game not being great because now they can stack the box now because all they got to do is bracket CD and put their number 1 on the number 2 wide receiver. Now we can start. Come on, man. Nah. We got the Chico. They can't do that now. They got to play us straight up. Our only weak link is the tight end.
No doubt.
Now, when they start playing span forward more, then come on, man. I'm all for that all day, man. Play that man more. And look what we can do. We can boogie, man.
We can boogie,
man.
Look,
on, man. I don't understand it.
Look. Reparations and all of that stuff is it's not finna happen anytime soon. But because we got some things, man. We got Quentin Williams. We got a framework we can work with, right? And we got 2 other draft picks. And then, you know what I mean? We got the 12th and the 20th.
Go in and put that on defense, man.
And he got Christian Parker.
Man, you got guys talking about give up a number 1 draft pick and give up Pickens for Maxx Crosby. Is you crazy?
Man, I like Max and them, but man, not that much. I think that he can still come here because of the relationship with BT Jordan as well as some of the other guys.
You're gonna have to give up 2 number 1s. I'm not giving up 2 number 1s in Maxx Crosby. And it's crazy how you got people saying, yeah, give up 2 number 1s for Max.
But you know what?
I'm not even giving up 2 number 1s for Max. I'm not.
But you know why? You know why they say that? You know why they say that? Because I would have said the same thing. If I'm the Raiders, I'm from the Raiders camp, I'm saying, yeah, I want 2 number 1s.
No. I get the Raiders. I get the Raiders. I don't understand that. I'm talking about Cowboys people who sitting here saying, yeah, we can give up those 2 number 1s for Max. Is you crazy? I'm not doing that.
No. I ain't
I don't blame the Raiders at all.
No.
Like, no, get what you can get. The Raiders are rebuilding.
Yeah.
The Raiders got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
They talking about getting that wide receiver from Jacksonville. They talking about really loading up. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, what's going to change the asking price if the longer he's out there on the market, even though he's a trade situation, right? And the second thing will be once the draft starts, right? The asking price, the things get differently. So after we select our 12th pick, you know what I'm saying? In this draft, the 12th pick, then you pick up the phone and say, hey, Raiders, I got the 20th right here now for you. We could take that problem up off of you.
Well, what is his contract? What's his contract, Lo?
I'll have to pull it up, but I think he got, 2 or 3 more years left on his contract. 2 or 3 years left. Why you hesitated, man? You don't want to do the 20th? You wouldn't do the 20th?
I would give up the 20th for this man. We trying to get younger on defense. We trying to do. All right, man. All right.
I do the 20th now. Come on, man. I don't think that there's a defensive guy in this draft better than him.
I'll do the 20th pick. I'll do the 20th pick because if you do the 20th pick. Let's say the 12th pick. Let's say you trade back about 3 spots, pick up a second.
Ooh.
And then boogie because I'm.
Yeah.
And then you can boogie.
You can definitely let's play this little game because I love this little game. If you give the Raiders the damn 20th pick, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's after you done did your pick with the 12th or you slide back just a few.
Right.
This team can look so crazily. Let's say you get the Dillon kid, right? Or let's say somehow some crazy stuff happened. People are crazy. Let's say you get a Styles, you get Crosby, then you get another second round draft pick. Man, come on, man. We rolling in dough right now. You know what I'm saying?
We could boogie, but I don't think it's going to happen because I think there's teams out there.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Raiders, man, if you got a team want to give you a top 5 pick for Crosby, you're going to go with them. You're not even going to go. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go with the 12. You're not going to go. At the end of the day, you're trying to get the best picks possible because you're in a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Man. Now, as for corners, Marshawn is out there, man. We can get Marshawn on the cheap, man.
Corners. Are you talking about Lattimore? Man, give me Kenny Lattimore. Bring me the saxophone, man.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
Oh, I'm just joking on that. I seen he got released, Bob. I just seen he got released. So
hell no. Shit. Give me the Kenny. Give me somebody else, man. Give me the shit. Hell no.
Give you boss man fat.
Give me Kevin Joseph and them back, man. Lattimore. I'd rather have Kenny Lattimore than damn Marshawn Lattimore. Give me Marshawn Lynch just for a cup of coffee. Give me Marshawn Lynch, man. I'm maxing the Javonte Williams with Marshawn Lynch. Bring him in. Man, what else you got for me before I let my guy Common Sense, man, because he's been wanting to talk. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I think the Giants. What's the linebacker from the Giants? I think they're supposed to be cutting him.
Bobby Okorike, or have you say that kid's name? He's a tackling machine, man. You know what?
They're supposed to be cutting one of them boys for cap casualties, man.
Look, I know it's the off season, but I believe this damn defense ain't nowhere in the world. We have 3 years in a row. We have terrible damn defense.
No.
Ain't no way.
No, we got a whole different philosophy. We got a whole different philosophy coming in here.
Yeah.
We got a whole different. So that's what make me excited.
Right
now, it's just We got to get the players, man. We got to get the players. And my last thing.
Okay.
A.J. Brown might not be an Eagle. He wants out. So y'all want to trade away Pickens when your competition is getting weaker by the month? What are you doing?
Call me crazy, but I AJ, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying?
That had to be overkill right there, Lord.
I don't give a damn.
The number three?
Yeah.
But he complaining about, but Lord, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. He already complaining because he ain't getting no targets.
Man,
he ain't going to get no targets over here.
Man, he got a guy. He got a guy that can't hit water if he fell off a boat. That's the reason why he really mad. Boy, AJ will have an all-time career over here, man. Yeah. Give me my Mississippi State boy. Not Mississippi State. He went to Ole Miss, but give me my Mississippi boys, man. You know, give me my Mississippi boys, man. Shit. I give them Mingo. Yeah. The Temu version of damn AJ. Now we got the authentic version. Hey, Mingo, I shout out to you, man. I got nothing but love for you, bro. But man, shoot, give me that, man. Hell yeah, man. But
all right, man.
All right, bro, man. Happy new month to you, man. Happy new month to you, man. Shoot.
You already know.
Man. All right, bro. Let people know where they can find and follow you, though.
Holla at me at Graphic Zone HD on Instagram and Facebook. That's Graphic Zone HD.
Que sera, sera.
Yeah.
Whatever will be.
Man,
the future's not ours to see.
Shoot, I'll definitely go get it.
Que sera, sera. Take the money what will be.
Come on. I got my guy from
my time now. Come on.
The Common Sense Room of Everything, man. Common Sense, man. You're live on the Nation for the 903. You're live. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? Can you hear me pretty good, brother?
Man, you well with 2 L's, man. You sound great, man. What you got for me today, bro?
Oh, man, look, you know I don't never call in unless I feel like I got a point I have to make, and I think we all need to make.
The South have something to say. I'm just playing with you. Keep going.
You know, for one, look, no disrespect to $100,000 and anybody else that do this, but can we please stop calling Law and Skywalker Steel and everybody else just because y'all don't agree with a boss Cowboy take, please? I get so sick and tired of people calling in your show, Skywalker. Well, you know, this one creator said trade Maxx for Pickens. Bro, call the boss. Every time boss do a show, he got a call-in show. Y'all pick up the phone. Y'all call in and talk it out with him.
Right.
Next thing. As a Cowboys community, we have to do better. Just because somebody says something that we don't agree with, don't mean it's a bad take. Try to understand where you're coming from first. That's the biggest thing about the whole thing, man.
So who take was it? Because I've been busy, man. You know. Okay. What was the take? So who's the name? Who are we talking about? Sky? Are we talking about Boss? Are we talking about Botch? Who are we talking about?
It's Boss Cowboy, and this is the thing. Okay. The problem, the biggest thing about it, Law, is this take. Boss's take was only trading George Pickens for Crosby, nothing else.
Okay.
It was nothing else.
Is it straight up? Is it straight up or?
Yes.
Okay.
His thing was straight up. He's okay with Pickens being on his team, and he wants Pickens on his team.
Right.
Pickens is not going to be on this team, and it's going to cost too much or whatever. Let's do a player-for-player swap. And what Boss Cowboys, since y'all talking about taking away from the offense, what he was saying was, if you make that swap, you use that 12th pick to get you a receiver. So you're still getting a better player than Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson are because they wasn't drafted in the first round. Yes, that player we don't know if that player is going to be on GP level, but you still have a first round talented player on your roster. That was his whole point. I get sick and tired of people over here just making like Boss out here with these crazy takes. Well, some of them are, because guess what?
Right.
I fought against Boss and told him I wouldn't make the trade because I wanted George Pickens on this team.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit up and act like Boss wasn't making some points and he wasn't just giving us something. He was just taking away from the offense and all of that. No, and his whole thing with the Michael Parsons reparation was when the stats say, we all know this, when Michael Parsons was on the field, not playoffs, not all that, but when he was on his field, his impact of him on the field made the defense better and was number one when he was on the field. That's what he was talking about. He's talking about he wanted Michael Parsons reparation on the impact players.
So he did like an inductive study on the impact, not from a money aspect. You know, because I think of respiration. You know what I'm saying? And that's why content creation is such a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember, I always say this. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still.
Same opinion still.
Right. So I want people, like, right now, this is the time that you do think pieces, right? You break down things and you talk about the intangible things. And then when it become tangible, you say, okay, these are the things that I said, right? And I think that there's been a shift in the last 2 or 3 years of content creations, because common sense, you remember back in the days when we was doing this, because we doing this for a long time now, is that we were considered basement boys, people that's in their mom basements and stuff, and there was no credibility, no validation at all to the things that we said, right? And then now you see in the 3-letter to 4-letter network, they didn't transition over to all world, right? Whereas they start doing the same thing that we do, think pieces, crazy takes or what have you, click views and stuff. And the attention used to be us versus the 3-letter, 4-letter networks, right? Now, what I've seen in the shift is that now it's us versus us, right? It's content creators. Y'all content creators, or y'all don't know what you're talking about. And instead of taking a collective at this, people take personal shots. People take you don't know football, or they hate you for your take, and now they make memes or they talk about you, the individual, and that stuff needs to be cleaned up on the content creation side, because now you got content creators versus content creators, which is crazy. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, and Law, that's the only reason why I called in, is because I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat, everybody that calls into your shows and calls into these other shows,
right?
Our source of Cowboy media is you guys first. A lot of us have sit up here and say it when it comes to the Cowboys. We done stop watching the ESPN and the 3 and 4 networks because of you guys.
Right.
Okay, so in my mindset, in the common sense mindset, if that's the case, just because I don't agree with something you said, don't mean it's bad take or I gotta hate you for it or that's the stupidest thing you could ever say. I have to sit here and analyze it from your aspect and what you and the statements that you're giving me, and not just because I don't disagree with it, I shoot it down automatically. And now you're a stupid content creator, or that was a stupid take, I'm never going to listen to again. No, let's not do that. Let's be better, because the thing that I have noticed about all you content creators, Law, is that it's in each individual's way that you're trying to find the best way to improve this team.
Facts, big facts. Like it benefits us on improving this team. It benefits us on saying, all right. So for example. And I love this conversation, man. And you don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to go anywhere, right? We just chilling. And I see Boss Cowboys Sports. He's in the queue, so I'm gonna bring him on next, or bring him on with you. But this is what I like about Boss, because you know how everybody got their draft guide now. Everybody got their top 50 players. A lot of people are lying. Some people saying that they got their top 200 people, right? They haven't watched all the 200 film, right? You know, but I love the way Boss said, because he said, I go dark, Law. I don't look at your work out of respect. I don't look at this guy work, Botch, I say his name. I don't look at Sky work. I don't look at Dan Bugler. I don't look at nobody's work. I go in dark. That means that he goes in with an untainted view of things, right? And then he goes over all of his analysis on the people that he know, that he looked at, right? And if there's something similar, he said, oh, shit, You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking what he say off record, right? And he say, okay, man, it's always good because we come up with the same conclusion of this guy, right? And I love that because it's not tainted. But if you look at most people, top 50, top 100 board, they damn near almost always almost the same. You get what I'm saying? People are so guided and they so gun-ho, and they're not willing to step out and say, damn it, I like Keldrick Falk, and this is the reason why. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. And if they can explain the reason why they love something, then let that be them. But we should never go into this conversation just because I can't stand Kelvin Falk for me to beat up Boss or for me to beat up you or for me to beat up anybody else that did their independent study, right? It's to hear them out. And that's what content creation is supposed to be about. But now people want to take attacks at you, which is crazy. It's crazy now.
It's insanely crazy, Law. And that's why I said that's what bothers me. You know what I mean? Because it's the simple fact that, like, we all want 6. So if we all want 6, and guess what? The thought patterns that we've been having lately, like I said, no disrespect to $100,000 in there.
No disrespect. That is not even on his conversation on him. Yeah. It's about in general. Yeah, collectively.
There's a lot of fans that think the same way he does. You know what I mean? But guess what? That same thought process has been the same for the past 30 years, guys.
Right.
So it's not just Jerry Jones that hasn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. It's us as fans that haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. So let's look in the mirror sometimes before we're going to criticize somebody else and realize what can I do better and what can I change and what can I pay attention to. Oh, like the whole Brandon Aubrey situation. Okay, Boss explained this pretty good, and I called on to that real quick. Okay, they offered him the highest paid, but the highest paid guy got paid 2 years ago. So his highest paid average is based off of 2 years ago. So you saying you're going to give Brandon top paid? Well, guess what? It's not 2 years ago, so he can ask for more if he wants to. And then everybody want to jump on Brandon Aubrey like, hey, it's $3 more million. What is that going to? What's it going to do? Pay the man and let's keep on going.
Right. Now, here's my pushback on that. You know, and shout out to Brandon Aubrey and shout out to all of the Aubrey fans out here. And I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm just saying what I would do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not finna pay him $10 million because I just paid Javonte Williams less, right, on an APY. So I'm looking at the value and I'm looking at team chemistry and things like that. This is a guy that's finna touch the ball from over 300 times, right? Meaning that this is a guy that's going to be sitting on the sidelines. And, of course, his kicks are very much so important. It's very much so important. But I'm not saying that I can find another you, but what I'm saying is I can hold some tryouts, I can hold some kicking rallies, and it will be easier for me to find a $1 to $2 million kicker versus setting the market and resetting everything for Brandon Aubrey and focusing my concentration on him when I can take that resource and focus that on GP. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, I'm just looking at it from that aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that, Law. But the difference between the way I think and the way I see what you're thinking and a lot of things and things.
Right.
To me personally, Law, and it's just me being honest with you, I don't give a dog crap about the APY. Tell me what the cap hit is.
It's going to be, like somebody said, about 2 to 3%. But keep in mind, the cap hit is designed for it to be that way because of the simple fact that when the Eagles signed Jalen Hurts to his contract deal, don't you know from a cap to cap basis that we were paying more on the cap for Trey Lance than a Jalen Hurts? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if the Cowboys ultimately want Brandon Aubrey, then get the damn deal done. Now, spread it out. Give him one of those Tyron Smith deals. You know, Pat Mahomes deals. If you really love him, give him one of them deals. Give him a deal like 5-year, 6-year deal, right? Put some voidable things at the end of it and say, let's get this deal out the way so that we won't have to be going back and forth over the kicker versus trying to get this GP deal done. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I'm saying, Law. Just add a couple of just pay the man what he want, add a couple of 40 years on there to appease you and appease the cap. And let's go.
Let's go.
You know, that's all it is. And like we all know, we got about a good 3-year window at the minimum. Right. If Dak is still playing great and good at the end of that 3 years, okay, we can process that. You know what I mean? But right now we got a 3-year window, and the more I can focus on either keeping GP or getting a number 1 pick with him and adding a better running back to this backfield to take some of that load off Javonte Williams and increasing this defense.
Yeah.
That's the path that I need to go. Like
big facts. Yeah.
Like you was talking about the draft. I'm one of the people that I don't never care about the draft until it's time to care about the draft.
Right.
I want to be. I want more conversations and more talk about free agency.
Ooh, that's
I
where
want
this
to be the king that way. I want us as fans to constantly be like, okay, yeah, the draft is all those people that got 200 people. Okay, well, give me 100 free agents since you got 200 draft people. Give me 100 free agents.
No doubt, man.
But that can benefit this team. You know
so I won't keep the boss on the line, man, on hold for so long, man. I just want to say this. I'm an old Mississippi guy, and they all say this common sense. Don't miss the meat worrying about the potatoes. Do you understand that analogy?
Yes, sir. And I feel like a lot of fans do that when it comes to Boss particular because Boss is so straightforward. You know what I mean? And that's why I got to call in because Law, you've been around Boss. You know he ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. And if he believes something, he gonna stand on it. You know what I mean?
And then he gonna say, Law, I'm about to push back on you, Law. But here's what I'm saying: it's gonna be all in love. And then we go into our conversation. I never left a conversation mad at that man after we had our conversation. Right now, I had some disagreement on certain things, but it's never been a situation. I think a lot of times, Biles didn't do the final word in so many months or what have you. A lot of these opinions haven't been permeated throughout the Cowboys community on where we stand at with certain things, right? So for example, I said don't miss the meat worrying about the potatoes. Is Brandon Aubrey meat or potatoes compared to GP?
Compared to GP, Brandon Aubrey is potatoes.
There we go. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want us to be so worried and the Cowboys so worried about those potatoes. Let's get this meat done, man. I know pause is necessary. But let's get
Yeah.
I can't say I'm about to say let's eat, but oh Lord. but you get what I'm saying. Let's not miss that. Let's not miss that point there.
Hey, but look, I would tell you like this, Mo, just to keep the laughs going. A little meat and potatoes is always better with a little butter on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got me back. See.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Peace.
Hey, you have a good one, Lo.
You too, man. That's common sense, man. Laugh. You see him in the chat all the time, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, boy. Hey. I almost painted myself into the corner with that, and I wouldn't have gonna be able to get out of it, but I'm glad he did. I got my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool with us from the 832. Boss. Cowboy, you're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on? I will first say that the off season is basically doing what it's supposed to do.
Right.
And these are all hard conversations.
Right.
So it's sometimes emotional. I don't mind, people having hard disagreements because I feel the same. When I really believe in my idea. So passion is a part of the off season. Debate is a part of the off season.
Come on.
I think you're right, Law, on the fact that we haven't done a final word in a while. What it does kind of hurt the community a little bit because you're in a great place to where you're in multiple circles now.
Right.
So you can kind of get everybody's kind of blended group think, and then sometimes go to another group that might see it different and talk it through.
Right.
So I just want to make the case that I've been making. I'm gonna be brief and respect obviously your time. And basically common sense said it. And what's amazing is common sense don't agree. That's the amazing part. Is the way that he just talked, you would think that he liked the idea. He fought me on the idea.
Okay.
But what he did is I opened up the call lines and I said, if you disagree, call in and let's talk it through. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. So let me just make the case that I've been making on Crosby.
Right.
First of all, he's 1,000% right that the only trade that I'm open to is a Crosby for a Pickens or Lamb. I put Lamb in it too.
Right.
The main reason is because I didn't make the rules of positional value. I just followed them. I didn't make the rules of them. It's a reason why edge rushers are always first off the board over receivers almost in every draft. And tackles and quarterbacks. It's a reason why they are the highest paid. It's a reason why when you have a premier pass rusher, they easily will go for 2 firsts. But you have to go back 25-something years to find out a time that we finally had somebody give up 2 firsts for a receiver. The positional value and the impact of the game is the reason why I made the case on that. And on top of that, the key thing that he said is it's no guarantee that David Mulugheta is going to play nice. So you want to have options. You want to have, okay, if you go come in here and try to really squeeze us out of like 42, 43, 44, average per year type money, not the cap hit, the average per year.
Yeah.
Well, this is our other option on the table to where we can walk away from you. And we will walk away from you. Like Jerry Nim has to have something in their pocket. You can't go to David Mulugheta with a blank check or you're going to end up like Derek Stingley. You know, where they end up having to Texas pay $5 million over on the APY and 98% of that contract was guaranteed. So when we really doing, like you said, Law, the analysis of the whole situation, it's the and it's like, and what also he talked about, what I greatly preach is that when we lost Micah, we lost that guy that was that chess piece that was drawing doubles with just his presence, not even his play. So it's his presence. You had to account for him. That's why even when we Clayton Adams called edge rushers alien, and he said when you have a special one, it just makes the whole offense off balance because you have to account for them everywhere.
Facts.
So Crosby is one of those types. He's one of those types, and we've done multiple film studies on this. All I would suggest anybody do is just go turn on game 1 of Crosby. You ain't got to watch 4 games. Just turn on the first game. And you'll see 2 tight ends slided to his side. You'll see the tackle, and you'll see a running back, and they doing it almost every play.
You got to. Yeah.
So if you want Osa to get off, because everybody know Osa was at his best when he was complimented with Micah. You know, we was leading the league in sacks. Even when we had the injury bug under Zimmer because of the presence of Micah. So that's what Common Sense was talking about when he was talking about Micah reparations, because that's what I've been calling it. You know, not the, reparations like slavery. I'm just using the metaphorically.
Right. Metaphorically.
I have to be clear like that, though. Yeah, I do have to be clear like that. Because people will take it wrong. Yeah. And I'm not, I'm only talking about paying us back what we lost with Micah. So that's why I was aiming high for Crosby. So when people hear the whole case, you might not agree with it, but like Common Sense said, it's not necessarily the disagreeing of it, it's the disdain and disrespect, that upsets people. It's like, and when people treat me and my take as if I'm just trying to take away from the offense, but they not saying that the whole take was we have to keep pick 12.
Right.
We're gonna rededicate that back to weapons. We are like,
all right. So you at 12th right now, and you're on the clock right there, and with the 12th pick, the NFL draft select who you going with then, if you're trying to replenish the offense, because you remember my take. And there's nothing wrong with getting rid of. Just make sure you replenish and replace. Remember, I used to say that even with the Ezekiel Elliott. I said that year they never replace or replenish his touchdown production. He had 12 of them that year, and you thought that you was going to get that, but you came into a weapon. You came into the following season, I believe, with nothing but lightning and no thunder. But keep going. Hello. Boss.
My face accidentally hit me. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
So to answer your question, we sitting at 12.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, honestly, weapon. Not even receiver. I'm thinking weapon. Because the way that the draft is playing out, and the way that everybody just tested, it's more realistic now for a Cornell Tate to be there. Very realistic.
Okay.
You know, backs sometimes can slip. So if Love was to slip, I'm taking him because I'm trying to replace Pickens now. And I'm trying to give offense something that might not be as good. At least you're one, but it's likely going to be super effective. And so, Law, you know we've done multiple shows on where we talked about the discipleship model versus the hero model.
Okay.
And when you get a receiver drafted in the first round and put them under existing all-pros, the success rate on that is like 95% and exponential. So the plan that I'm talking about would be a plan that, yes, you made a lost Pickens a CD,
right?
But we got somebody like a Cornell Tate who's coming from Ohio State, which anybody being honest would call them, not even no exaggeration, all-pro U for weapons, true or false.
Right.
So we know that that's a factory of weapons, and he is somebody that's considered in the top 10. He is the Tet of this year, for lack of better words. So nobody using common sense would be angry at losing Pickens but getting Tet. You wouldn't be mad at that. You would be like, you know what, he might not be as good, but he is still makes our offense really dangerous because you have to account for him too. But what makes it better is we now have put a force multiplier on the defense equivalent to Micah. So now what you have is what I call a compounding effect. So you got Crosby who drawing doubles. It compounded the effectiveness of Osa now. And now you got another chess piece that now does no answer for. You have two guys on the field that both require doubles. Quinn Williams and now Crosby. There's no answer for that. I'm sorry. There's no answer for that. So we have now made our front the scariest front in the league. And now we fully match what we've heard all our coaches say. We heard Brian Schottenheimer say what? Games are won and lost in the trenches.
Right.
Then we heard Parker say in his premier interview, games are won and lost in the trenches. So then we heard Will McClay say just last week that when it comes to positional value, you always pick the higher. He said always. So I got 3 references from inside the building co-signing what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, now you might not agree with it, and that's fine. You don't have to. But what common sense is talking about is having this disdain and this calling in to other people's shows and exaggerating my full take. And so I want to say this before I go. Keep in mind, everybody, that common sense didn't agree. That's the funniest part. Is he didn't agree with me. But the thing that he did different than some people is he at least listened fully to my take. And he was like, I might not like your plan, but I see the logic in it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So at the end of the day, we all trying to win.
Right.
In the end of the day, you know, we are all doing what we're supposed to do and debating these ideas out till we get it to a consensus.
And that's why I say it's always the lion season. And people, you know, sometimes we may see it from one aspect and it may be from a whole different point of view, right? Like the people, man, they were mad at JC, man. They was like, man, this dude healing folks, man. Hey, he's a counselor. Hey, man, he taking money out of our pockets, man. Let's crucify him. Let's get rid of him. You get what I'm saying? So they went to the king. I know you know the story. They said, they went to the ruler of that time. They said, hey, man, let's get rid of this guy. He said, man, after all of these accounts, I don't see nothing wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't see, his take on it was like, hey, he ain't affecting me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king over here. I'm the ruler over this area. So a lot of times people fail to realize it be always somebody else that's in the crowd that would say, hey, crucify him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with these takes, we shouldn't be crucified for our strong beliefs. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
And then let's just talk it out. Let's
talk it out.
So it's like Law said it. The way that Law and I disagree, you never can even tell we disagree. It's just because we so respectful with it. Like it was so many times. Like he knew my corn way to respectfully say I see it different. Like I never said it in a way to try to upstage my homie. Never. Right. So he knew my go-to line when I'm finna push back, but I did it in a way to where I was respectful to my brother's brand. You know what I mean? And it's like, don't ever look like you upstaging or trying to upstage the homie.
No doubt.
So it's like we just reasoning this out. And so people would hear us talk it out on the final word, and they wouldn't even realize that we was kind of on different pages, because then we would come to a consensus. And you couldn't even see the difference. So I would just say in this off season, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been guilty of slapping people. I ain't gonna act like I've been a saint in the streets. I be clowning sometimes, but just realize when you got people sneak dissing and stuff like that, that's gonna cause sometimes me to react. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I still gotta try to keep my discipline. I ain't gonna lie, but I be tripping sometimes. I ain't gonna act and cap like I'm just.
Man, you know how we always talk. Man, I can't stand that, man. I can't stand that naysayer boss, man. Hey man, how you doing, boss?
I be tripping, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And that's why I give grace to the people tripping on me, cause see, I get the passion, bro. It's all based on passion, bro. Like, cause at the end of the day, if you feel like I'm saying an idea that hurt your team, why wouldn't that upset you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Some of y'all upset me by overvaluing receiver over Crosby. That's not football 1-on-1. That's I swear to God it upsets me. I ain't playing. I'm serious about that. I'm like, where the hell we get that doctrine from? Like, but I still got to keep patient when I try to talk this through. You know what I mean? So like you said, and I've been quoting you, Law. I said, I took this from Law. He said, whenever we have something like this, if you're trying to convince people against their will, they could be of the same opinion still. I said, Law always said that, and it's true. And I knew, and I know I'm running uphill with this debate. I know it's a hard debate. And I took hits from this, bro. You know how it works. When you start speaking against the fans and what they want, they'll protest you. They'll say, I ain't clicking on this shit. I ain't looking at him because he trying to trade Pickens. But the difference is common sense said, let me hear him out. Let me hear him out. It might be something to it. Some people literally just say, I ain't listening. I'm tuning out. Hey, but listen, I'm going to stand 10 toes on what I believe is best, even if people protested. That's a test of my character. You know what I mean? And I got to pass that test. And I ain't gonna act like I passed it. I felt like I flunked it, because I was gonna do a video on why it's smart to do a non-exclusive, but my numbers are suffering so much for this Crosby idea, I ain't even do the video. I swear to God. I swear to God. Man. And if I would have did that, I would have been ahead. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the fans and the pressure kind of made me buckle. So I said, fuck that. So now I said I ain't gonna never do that again. I ain't gonna never do that again. Even if I'm taking hits, it's like, nah, you gotta stay flat-footed, bro. And it was a lesson to myself. So anyway, man, love you, Law. I can't wait till we reboot the final word. It's on me. You know, and I miss you. I miss doing content with you.
Appreciate you,
and,
man.
You know, and let's just keep doing our thing. And obviously, you killing it. Congratulations on your DLLS, and you know, you finally starting to get the exposure that you should have been first in line for. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
indeed,
those who love you been waiting on this. You know what I mean? The world need more Law. I swear to God, they need more Law, and they need the professionalism, the fairness, the way that you just equal to all people, the way that you embrace all circles, and the small man that's up and coming.
Man,
you know, so you will always be a champion in the space, dog. And I'm so happy to see you finally starting to get what you've been doing, brother.
Man, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, man. That's Boss Cowboys.
IG.
Man, y'all be sure to find and follow him, man. Appreciate you, bro. It's a good call from him, man. Very good call from him. I know when we gonna have disagreements, man. Fans gonna disagree with takes that we have. since I've been on this platform, no cap, I've received death threats just for even supporting the quarterback. You get what I'm saying? So in this life, you never know whether or not to take these things real or not. You know what I'm saying? You can say cap and all of this stuff, but you just never know the extent of people these days, right? And it's one of those things where I look back at and I say, man, I'm just talking about a team that I fell in love with. Some days I wish I never loved this team. I wish I casually just liked the Cowboys, but it's impossible. I wake up in the morning. I thank the grand creator, God, for getting me up and getting my day started. But the other thing in the process that I did is looked at Cowboys information. There's been times that I've been doing other things that I'm passionate about doing, but the exuberance of the passions of the Cowboys takes over, right? So it is for what it is. I know that there's been deals, been money, things that I know for sure that I tangibly stepped away from because of my love of this organization, right? But when you operate in your purpose, everything can work its way out for its good, right? And far as me on other platforms and stuff like that, whether it's ESPN, whether it's Fox or DLLS or other entities of those particular junctures, it's ultimate to me to say yes or no, not for them to say, hey, let me bring you on. No, it's all my plan, right? So that's how I look at it, because when I say those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still, it don't matter. You can't argue with someone who don't see it from your point of view. I had somebody to have a crazy take on something, and I said, man, this guy, must be suffering from CTE because he's so off base with his conversation. And then there was somebody in the chat said, under that picture was saying, Law, you're not an analyst. You're a content creator. You just a content creator. He's an analyst. He played for the National Football League. But I know for sure that there's clearances that I can go into buildings that he can't go into. I know for sure I got check stubs that say analyst by my name, right? So I don't walk in that authority. I can if I wanted to. I don't flex that way. I can, but if I wanted to, right? There's people that I've been in rooms with that I have the ultimate clearance. They don't, right? I can go in that room. They can't. But there's people on the outside looking in saying, hey, that must be an analyst, or that must be that, or that must be this. No, I'm qualified, federally speaking, right? So I know for sure that I can pick up a phone and make some things happen. I don't have to flex it that way, though. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my passion will always be the Cowboys, right? And just because someone played in the National Football League, or just because they on a platform or a TV network and they got analysts by their name, doesn't mean that they know more than the other individual, is what I'm getting at. All right, so I got from the 979 when I tried, but when I held that 9, all I can see was my mama eyes. What's good with you, bro?
Man,
Yeah.
what's going on with you, Law, man?
Not much, bro.
I don't think I can top what Boss was talking about. But I will say this: I definitely understand where he's coming from, and it definitely is an uncomfortable conversation. Because in order for something like that to happen, you would have to be willing to give up somebody big in order to make a trade like that happen.
Facts.
And I'll be honest with you, if I was the GM and if I knew that there was a possibility that George Pickens wasn't going to be here next season, I'd entertain it too. Because as you mentioned many times before, Law, there's always guys on the team that leave and we never get anything in return for them.
Right.
So if there's a possibility that David Mulugheta isn't want to go down on his number, or Jerry and Steven, they're not want to leave from whatever number it is they're asking for, then they need to go ahead and just start entertaining trades now, because I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm tired of every offseason oh, are they going to pay this guy? Or they're not going to pay this guy. Oh, this person's
Right.
going to miss training camp, and then they're going to sully and denigrate whomever, like they did with Lamb, like they did with Dak, and to name a few. So, you know, I just, you know, would love to see a season where we're not going through all this drama. But, you know, that's neither here nor there, you know. So it's going to remain like that. So, but I guess like this one of the questions that I would ask you is that, let's say that you know, Maxx Crosby, there's a deal in place that that he does want to come to Dallas, and I know you're talking to the Raiders, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll take your 20th pick, and they ask for Lamb, but you don't want to give up Lamb. Would you be like, would you just hang the phone up, or would you like, all right, well, we don't want to give you Lamb, but we'll give you this? What would you do in a situation like that?
Well, you know, you listen. You listen to all open options, right? You know, and then you evaluate from there. Everybody gonna ask for the moon before the draft. The day of the draft, if you already worked those communication lines out, and the guy that they thought that they was going to get in the draft, they didn't get that particular guy. They already in a rebuild situation. You already got a guy that's disgruntled to a degree, somewhat, shape, form, or fashion with the Raiders. And what you'll do is, what I said about an hour ago, is that you pick up that phone after the 12th, after the pick number 12. Absolutely. And you say right now, hey, you know, I got this 20th pick, and your guy, he's not finna play football like you want him to play for the Raiders. I will give you the 20th pick straight up for Maxx Crosby. That's how that deal can get done. That's how I can foresee that deal be getting done. And then you work out the things on the other end. The part of the problem with the GP situation is that there's a twofold. Meaning that you got a maverick of a agency out of David Mulugeta that goes against the grain.
Yeah.
None of his players ever played under that franchise tag. True. Right? I talked to a guy that's been represented by David Mulugeta people, and I asked him, and me, Clarence, and a few other people was there that day, and we asked him, I said, what's your thoughts on the franchise tag? Would you do it? And he's looking at it like, from a player's point of view, the way Pickens is at, it's all gravy for him to play on that franchise tag. $28 million guaranteed. Yeah. Every single penny, knowing that all you got to do is mirror match what you did last season, knowing that you know this system even more or better, that it's going to be north of 28, even if you play half of a season, right? Because you can go off of projections. So it will be in favor of GP to play under the franchise tag for this one season, juice up his numbers even more. Now you got a catalog of 2 seasons to go by, and you know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to be anywhere between $40 to $43 to $44 million if he do the same thing that he did last season. And then you add in the fact that he will only be 25. But the problem is with this, the ultimate problem is with this, fam, is the fact that the franchise tag, it hurts us. You can't prorate. You can't spread that money out. It does a disservice to the particular team for him to play under that and under those conditionings, and especially $28 million cap hit when you're already $58 million in a hole is going to go against the grain as far as the team situation. So if they can't come up with a finite plan, bro, it's better to move on from them if they can't come up with a finite plan.
Yep. Yeah. I'm 100% with you on that. And it's just, I don't get why they're so comfortable with players playing on the franchise tag.
Right.
I mean, because like you said, just for example, with Pickens, that's $28 billion. Just like you said, just straight up.
Straight up,
like,
yeah.
It was even crazier when they did it with Dak twice. That was, I think, in 2 years, it was $70 million or something like that. Because I think the first year was 32, the next was like 35 5 or 13. It was almost 70 million. It was
Right. Collectively,
and I just don't get why they're so comfortable with that, because I mean, especially if Jerry, I know he's giving lip service now with this whole breaking the budget routine. It's like, how you gonna break the budget when when 28 million of it is gonna be gone possibly, so, and that's just Dick said, that's just an interesting take, about why they keep going that way. But yeah, again, I'm definitely with Boss on that. I mean, if there's a possibility now, I mean, maybe I'm a little biased. I ain't trading Lamb. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little biased on that.
No, I wouldn't trade no Lamb.
You've been here longer and things of that nature. So, but yeah, we'll definitely see, man. But yeah, I don't envision Mulugeta going off of whatever number it is. We don't know what number it is, and it's crazy when I hear people throwing out numbers. They always throw out numbers when it comes to the Cowboys. Anytime it's Justin Jefferson or somebody else, we never hear about how much they're supposed to be asking for their agent. But when it comes to Dallas, it's like, Dak wanted this much money per year, or Lamb wanted this amount. It's like, bro, how do y'all know that? Y'all don't know that. So, but let me stop babbling, man. As always, I appreciate you giving me a chance to speak, Law.
No doubt, man. That's DP from the 979. Well, when I tried, but when I held that 9. All right. So the way that David Montgomery got traded today, he talked about it. Somebody reported yesterday he was traded today. That's the stuff I like. Talk about it, get it moving, right? All of this long, drawn-out conversation and all of this stuff, I don't like it, right? If that report was true, right? David did get traded, Montgomery, from the Lions to the damn Texans, right? Let me know if that is true. But if it was the Cowboys, it'd be on a 3-ladder, the 4-ladder network. They'd be still talking. There'd be some leak information about how disgruntled he was and how he didn't fit and how he didn't like being a split back and side back, wide back, all of the backs. Everybody would have been talking about it, right? But I love the fact that they said, hey, he requested trade, he's gone, right? Or whatever the news was. I want that to start happening here in Dallas. I do not want us to go through this entire offseason talking about GP money. I don't give a damn how good he is. I don't like that black dark cloud all over us, and we going into this season with the mindset that everybody's on the same page, but this man fighting for his money, right? And now the cortisone levels and the frequency and the vibrations, we are frequent people, man, frequency people. And all of that thrown off, and then he played for 2 or 3 games, get a hurt shoulder, leg, or whatever, lower body extremities, or people see him as greedy and these sorts. I would rather go ahead and cut your nose off. I know you don't supposed to cut your nose off to spite your face, but cut that damn nose off and let's go get something else going, right? I don't want that. That's what we've been doing for the last 30 years, 30 seasons. And if Jerry Jones talking about busting the budget, before he do anything bust down or busting of anything, whether it's grapes or something else, all of that talking is bullsugar to me, right? Because we heard oh man, we are all in. We're all in. And our acquisition for that offseason was a guy with a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Eric Kendricks. that was the only move we made. And we supposed to be all in. I don't want that feeling. And I never have that feeling. But I know that could be a terrible feeling. I'm all in. Can you go deeper? Can you give me more? No, that's all in. That was it. Pause if necessary if y'all get what I'm saying. I got for the 318, you're live on the nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
What's good, Lo? How you doing?
Hey, man, all is well, man. Can't complain.
Oh yeah. So look, I'm gonna just make 3 little quick points about the Pickens thing. Then I'm gonna ask your opinion on draft day on which one would you rather pick and stuff. All right. All right. So with the GP, that I don't think people understand. Yeah, like everybody seem like they just saying like, we can either trade them away and use the draft to get them. But in my opinion, you can't. There's nobody in the draft that you can just already tell that's gonna be on GP level.
Right.
The way that GP his jump ball is, I don't even see nobody in the league on his level. One thing that I learned about Pickens that I didn't even know when he was with the Steelers, Pickens, when he get that ball, his run after catch is insane.
Yeah.
That's what it's insane. We didn't really get to see that in the Steelers. Okay, now, people. The second point with Pickens, people don't understand. After even a year he had, don't forget, we barely used Pickens in the beginning. Pickens didn't really get started going until after CeeDee Lamb got hurt, and that connection really got stronger. At first, we really didn't use Pickens like that as we should. And then we could just say, like, okay, we can get away Pickens, but do we remember how our offense was without Pickens? When anybody say we could just put a number 2 right there, do they remember how it was when we had Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, or even Mingo? Now, Cooks was good, but I can't remember the last time that the Cowboys had a number 2 receiver that balled out like Pickens. Before we had Pickens, you'd see how the year before when CeeDee Lamb went off. Do you remember how many targets he had compared to the second most targets on our team? It's easy just to, if we give away Pickens, everybody's just going to double team CeeDee Lamb. We're going to be right back in that position. So that's all I'm going to just say about that Pickens thing. So this about the draft. Tell me which one would you rather go with? So would say like the draft and free agency. With free agency, you can pick up Jacoby Dean and say get either Trey Hendricks or
N'Kobe, right? N'Kobe Dean. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. My bad. I ain't trying to mess his name up. Yeah. So Dean, or you can get the the Dean, either Trey Hendricks or the one that was with Miami Chubbs. So say if you get either one of those Deans and Dean, how would you feel about trading up that first round, that 12th pick, trading up just so you can go ahead and get downs? That's the number 1 option right there. Or you can do Dean and just say you get a safety in free agency. Say the one that's from the Eagles, if they don't sign them, like Blankenship or whatever safety you can get, and you can either use their 12th pick or their 20th pick to go get Maxx Crosby. Which one would you rather like?
All right, so I'm staying put for once. I do like Caleb Downs. I think that he's going to be a phenomenal player in this league. And I think that he's going to do good stuff. What was his 40 time and all of that stuff? What did he do in the combine?
I can't even just remember his times like that.
Yeah. Y'all remember all the stuff? I don't think he even, did he do anything in there? Because I haven't watched it.
I don't think he did.
He ain't do anything. Right. So he just stayed put, and he was like, okay, you see how tall I am? You see what my weight weight is, what have you. He's already class personified, right? As your premium safety, but the value of position of need, I like what Downs can bring to the table, but he's not a Derwin James in my opinion. I get it. Okay. People look at him as more of a weapon than a damn Derwin James. Derwin James, and I know every draft is different. I just look at it like this. There's going to be a lot of prisoners of the moment. People going to look at size. They're going to look at, like, schools. They're going to look at so many things. Organically speaking, I think Downs can fall to the 12th spot. I think he can
so
fall.
You want me to risk trading up for him? You'll just rather see when he fall to that 12th spot.
Yeah, I will literally say for whatever it will be because we don't have day 2 picks at all, right? So I'm not trying to sacrifice that so that I can get one piece. I think that with combinations of other guys that we can get, like a Dillon, or to a point if Styles falls to, I think that you can still get what you can think that you're getting out of Downs. And I could be 1,000,000% wrong, right? It's just my thoughts on that. That's just what I'm saying. So that's why I'm looking at it with him.
Okay, then, bet.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't going to hold up your time. There's just
Yeah.
a little few things I need to ask you for.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Chief.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Good call from him, man. I look, I get what y'all saying. I'm all downs. I'm all down for the downs or what have you, but I'm literally saying,
Que sera, sera.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever will be.
The future.
The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be.
McLean says Downs didn't participate in the athletic testing because he knows he's a top 10, right? Pick. And he participating in pro days, right? So he wouldn't have skipped the combine if he wasn't confident. I feel you on that. But just like he didn't participate, that Dillon kid did, right? Shoot, other people did. Jeremiah Love, right? He did, right? Even though a different position, they did. That boosts up their numbers. We do know pro days. Shoot, pro day, I'm running 4.34. Pro day had what's that dude name that's on our team? That joker ran a 4.27. On his pro day. He fast, but I haven't really seen the speed like that on a consistent basis. And I'm talking about the Cavante Turpin. So these guys on pro days, them numbers going to be juiced up. Yeah, but. What I'm getting at is that I'm not finna leverage or wage my future on one guy. And I know he can be the end-all, be-all. But I'm not finna do it in this draft. No way. No way. Not at all. If coaches are really coaching, they should find ways that they can get the max out of McWarren? That guy. They should find a max out of getting guys going. That's close. But neither here nor there. I have from the 901, and then I had a 409, and then we get one other person in here. JV, man, for the 901, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? How you doing?
Man, all is well. Can't complain, bro. Talk to me.
Dig that, bro. I appreciate you having me on. Look here, I want to bring your mind back to the last time I called.
Right.
And I said that I didn't believe that the Cowboys were going to go into the GP3 negotiations in good faith.
Right.
And that they were going to go ahead, regardless of whatever offer they were given, they were going to go ahead and slap the tag on them anyway. Do you know, because I've been hearing rumors and rumblings that the Joneses didn't even talk to David.
Move together.
Do you know anything about that?
I have no intel on that. I thought that most of that stuff is going to go this week, that they're going to get into conversations. I think that they had some out-of-surface framework conversation, but no in-depth framework of conversation.
It's true. I mean, that's just what I was expecting to happen. And, it does seem like, as usual, the guys, well, as Boss is saying, Jerry said he didn't talk to him. So, I mean, yeah.
He said he talked to him on the bus. That's what Boss just said.
No, he said he didn't talk to him. He had said it in the interview on the bus.
He said he didn't talk to him. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
The conference has been locked.
Yeah.
That's messed up. But it's cool. It's cool. I mean, we got to see what got to prepare ourselves for not being with GP3, in my opinion, then, because I don't see any.
Well, the conversation went like this with Stephen Jones, who reported last week that he was basically he's happy to put him on the franchise tag, right? And so that they can work out something. So maybe they're doing an order of operation. That's why I said that the Cowboys really move like a mom and pops. That's unfortunate.
And they lie a lot.
They lie a lot. It's lying season 2. And when you move like a mom and pops, you work on one deal at a damn time, right? And right now they focus on Brandon Aubrey. His team of people gave him pushback, so they went to have that conversation, see what they're going to iron out and get the budget going. And now once they finish the Brandon Aubrey deal, because they telegraph everything they do, right? There's no hidden surprise. The Cowboys literally, they telegraph the things that they do. So after the Brandon Aubrey deal, then we have the GP deal. And if GP deal don't get done in a speedy fashion, then they would take that money, because they're very sensitive, right? They'll take that money and they'll go sign some obscure player. You'd be like, and we really like him, all that stuff. So that's already on the team. So that tends to be the trends with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
We just hope that they change.
I don't believe Stephen Jones what he said either, because I don't believe that they talk with him at all.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I just want everybody out there to know the free agency does begin next week, and the Joneses love to take their yacht vacation as soon as free agency begins. So.
And if I hear reports of them boys taking that yacht vacation,
well, you won't hear the reports. What you will do is not see them on any interviews or anything.
Somebody gonna leak something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody gonna leak something. And if they take that week of vacation on the first opening day of the free agency, then I'm gonna be negative law. I'm gonna be negative law. I'm gonna be negative law all off season, because they done play around with us too long. But I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Yeah.
All right, now have a good one, Law.
No doubt, man. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna make sure if you are in the call queue, I'm gonna make sure I get to all of y'all. I'm going into extreme overtime right now. You know what I'm saying? And we only, like, looking at the algorithm and everything, we only got like a spoonful of people in here, right? I'll say my faithful people that's in here, right? Viewership been down, right? Even shares been down. I'm looking at everything. Shares, y'all not sharing. Y'all not hitting the like button. Y'all for damn sure ain't even hitting the cash apps. Y'all ain't hitting these donations. And I could be doing something else for all of this time. So if you guys really want to support the nation, I know that it's the off season. But if you guys really want to support the nation, hit that like button, share this content, and let people know where to go. I'm not begging you guys to send donation, but man, that like button and that share button is free 99. Even if you hit the downvote button, that helps the algorithm out. So at least show some support, because I definitely don't have to be here. I don't say I don't want to be here. I could have jumped on somebody else's show. There's thousands of other things I can do. I got some editing projects that I got to do too. So if you guys really support the nation, put a 4 in the chat. If you like this stream, and if you shared this content, and if you on the Facebook side, share it to those groups. All of that stuff is free. So a lot of people like to do comparisons and analysis. This is independent right here. You get what I'm saying? If I was on another platform, we would have had about 5 or 6 commercials. And stopped into this segue, stopped to that segue. So I'm here for you guys. So hit that like button, share this content. And, so we can keep these shows going. And if y'all enjoying this stuff, we can keep it moving. I got from the 909, what's on your mind? You're live on the nation.
Hey, Law, how you doing?
Man, all is well. I can't complain.
I love shows like this.
Free flowing, none of that. It's non-sponsored. It's just free flowing show, man. I appreciate it. Keep going. Yeah.
The conversational pieces that when Boss came on, to basically tell his side of the story, and I listen to all you guys, man. I love Boss. I love Rome and J Tuck and Will Steele, all you brothers, man. I appreciate you, and I always say you guys are a blessing for Cowboy fans. So, like Boss said, man, is let's talk it out. Everybody's not going to agree with one another. We can learn to agree and disagree.
Right.
But it's a respect factor. I got two brothers, man. We're huge football fans. One's a Steelers fan, one's a Charger fan.
Right.
And we not only talk about our teams, but we talk about what's going on around the league. Just had a conversation a month ago about Darren Woodson being in the Hall of Fame. And I said that Darren Woodson was better than some of the guys that are in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Facts.
And then, both of them, they were trying to tell me about Dawkins, and I said, man, okay. And then I just laid it out, because they were saying that Dawkins could do the things that Darren Woodson said, and I kind of shut him up. I said, well, when he ran at the combine, he ran a 4.640. And then I said Darren Woodson's was 4.33, and then his second one was 4.36. So that shuts that up because Dawkins don't have the foot speed to play the slot. So anyway, my point is we talk about it, we respect each other, and it's the same thing that's in the Cowboys community, man. We just have to respect each other. But that's not why I called, boss. Law.
Hey, it all fits.
I want Cowboys Nation to don't get caught up in these mock drafts. Okay? Boss mentioned it when he was talking to you about the Pickens trade. Positional value is a factor.
Yeah.
It is. When it comes to the draft, positional value is a fact. There's a reason why outside linebackers are not usually drafted in the top 10.
Right.
There's a reason why safeties, no matter how good they are not drafted in the top 10. I believe the last safety that was drafted in the top 10 was Jamal Adams. James, when he was drafted 16th overall. The kid Hamilton from Baltimore, he was drafted 14th. Okay? Now, unless you are a linebacker like Lawrence Taylor, but Lawrence Taylor, he was known for rushing the pass. Yes, his position was linebacker, but he was more than a linebacker. We all know that. Same thing with Derek Thomas.
Right.
Your positional groups, quarterback, edge rushers, tackles, wide receivers. We talk about team building. Those are the positions that teams are going to go after first.
Yeah.
Okay? It's been the history of the league when it comes to the draft. So don't get caught up in all these mock drafts, and I don't believe the Cowboys.
Everybody right on the mock drafts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we just said it. We just talked about it. It's people's opinions.
Yeah.
It is based on their opinions. The Cowboys are not going to get wiped out. They're not.
You remember last year, because since I'm pressed for time, but you remember, Donnie, last year, Matthew Golden, can't miss, man. I remember my guy. I ain't beating him up, but Vach, he was like, man, this might be the best wide receiver coming out, man. I got him number one on my thing,
Right.
And 1,000 receiving yards later, 7 to 8 touchdowns, and I believe 70 receptions is what Tet had, right? But a lot of people was talking about right before the draft, they were saying, man, that Matthew Golden better than Tet. You know what I'm saying? McMillan. So it's we hear all of the people and their thoughts and their opinion before the draft, right?
Right.
and we hear all of their thoughts and opinion, you know, of like this is a can't miss situation, right? This guy's going to be changing this and that. And then through the season, maybe the first 2 weeks, they talking. And then it gets quiet. And then becomes a whisper.
Real quiet.
And then it becomes a silent that nobody talk about Matthew Golden. You know what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn, you know, I don't think he even scored a touchdown yet. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was talking about Ibuka and Tet and all this. I see T-Jack in the chat. I'm not shooting no shots at anybody. But there goes the draft. That's how the draft always worked. People going to talk glowingly. And guess what? Matthew Golden could be still that guy. It takes 3 years, right? Next season, he can this season coming around the corner, he can blow up and be all the things that these people said. But this is what the draft is. Right now, everybody's right. Everybody's opinions is great until it's time to lace them up and see these guys on the field and what scheme and system they go to. So, look, let's not fight over these things, and let's just continue to put our thoughts out here and see how this thing can really work down the stretch.
Yeah, just let it play out, man.
Yeah,
let it play out.
Let it play out, man. It'll work out.
Like I said, the Cowboys, they're not going to get wiped out. Just calm down, Cowboy Nation.
Right. And Genty was another guy. We can't miss, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Yes, indeed. My guy John Shoulder wanted us to give up the farm to go get Travis Hunter.
No. No.
Yeah.
Man, come on now.
But it is for what it is. But appreciate you, man. Anything else you got for me, man?
Same here, bro. Take care.
Hey, man. That's my guy, Donnie, man. Yes, man, sure. But it depends on what team you go to. Travis Hunter's still nice. He need a sandwich, right? And congratulations on his newborn. But you just never know, man. You rolling the dice over here, man. Shoot. But all I know is when people hit on their draft picks, you can't hush them up. But when people miss on their draft picks, silent night, holy night. You get quiet over here. I got from the 409. What's on your mind? You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, what's up? This is Brandon. Hey, I just wanted to say congratulations on the shows you've been on lately.
Appreciate
you. And then I caught that Nate Newton interview that you had and stuff. I was like real surprised. And I was like, wow, you're getting big and stuff. Sooner or later we're gonna hear you debating that troll Stephen A. Smith or Skip. Shit.
Yeah.
But nah, I ain't really had nothing and stuff. I've been missing your shows. I drive trucks, and every time I get your shows, it's either late or if it's live, it's like at the end. I'm like, damn. Because the notifications ain't coming.
I know.
I know.
It's an epic fight, man. It's a lot of things that go behind the scenes, man. I originally started this just by only wanting to do like film breakdown, film reviews, right? And they took that away from me. So all I can do is now be a talking head over here and show you occasionally B-rolls. But it's always good.
Yeah. I remember when your first channel and stuff, and when like you said, you was doing the films and stuff, and you lost it and stuff. I was like, damn. Because you had a lot of I started listening to you and Mark Holmes, and y'all. I think y'all was mainly the first two that was debating, that was going against the grain, with the talking heads and telling everybody and stuff Dak was actually good, and the team really ran through him instead of running through Zeke.
Facts.
And stuff. But nobody really thought that and stuff. They said, "Oh, Dak is just." That's when Shannon started deacon and dunk and stuff. And I some of these talking heads, I wish they wouldn't even talk about the Cowboys. They don't know nothing.
Right.
They just got hate and stuff. I think Shannon Sharp has. He was mad because Jerry never called him when he was a free agent trying to come play. Because I think he has envy.
Holding grudges, Yeah.
Yeah. And stuff. But that's all I wanted to say and stuff. I ain't really had that much to say. I'm just glad they doing everything. Is just wait and see and stuff. Like you said, if they go on that trip, it's gonna be the same OBS. So I hope they don't go on that trip. I hope they say, let's do this. Let's get all this stuff out the way.
Most
and
certainly,
then we'll
man.
go on the trip.
Man.
Then they go on the trip. Then the fans will be happy.
Hell yeah, man. Let's get that, take care of business, man, and get things moving. Appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem.
Yes, indeed, man. That's my guy, Brandon, from the 409. Yeah, man. IP and a whole bunch of other stuff, intellectual properties and stuff like that. Just crazy. True story. About 6 or maybe it could have been 6 years ago. I was the very first one of those guys who were breaking down stuff on Facebook. They sent me a letter saying, hey, here's a check for $10,000. We don't know how we can coordinate this, but we're going to take your channel down. It was on Facebook 6 or 7 years ago. And they took it down for the NFL to turn around and do what I was doing, And my proof of concepts has already been out on YouTube and as well as other platforms. But when you're operating like that, like literally, the whole reason why I'm on YouTube was the simple fact that in the facility that I was in, the only way that you can review tape was you had to pull up YouTube. So I would take a 3-hour game and chop it up into quarters, right? And I was the very first one. I ain't like the dude to say, hey, I'm the first one. I think that was Draco, however you say his name. But to make a longer story short, that's my creative ideal, right? But that's the NFL property. And now that you guys go on the NFL or you go to YouTube, you can watch the entire game in 15 minutes, right? That was Law Nation. I used to have to do that. I used to chop it up, the full game, in segments before the NFL did it. So the NFL, when they reached out, they took the Facebook. They just copyrighted everything on the YouTube, and they roll out their own program like it was theirs, right? And now they got millions upon millions of subscribers and followers that's doing that same, by doing that same product or same philosophy. So I get it. It is for what it is. I've been in this thing for a long time. I would never step away or walk away. That's what Mama said. Don't you step away, boy. And that was she said when I very first did it. Don't you step away. Just figure out other ways to do things. And bam, it's here. But I got from the 513. It's you and me, Marcus. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Law Nation, what's good, brother?
All is well. Can't complain, man. What you got for me?
I'm on the road right now, but I'm about to be coming through the Dallas area in the next couple of days. Are you going to be available?
Well, you on that roll. What part? What date you gonna be in Texas, man?
Yeah, can I hit you up on
Yeah, just call, man. Just shoot me back tomorrow, man. Shoot me a message on one of them platforms, and we'll come up with something, bro.
All right, it'll be under Sacred Light 33.
Okay, appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. One love.
One love, one nation, man. Appreciate you, man. I got DJ, man. That's my DJ, man, from the 607. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Boy, it's a long hour, boy.
You've been waiting in this line longer than Shaq feet, man. I know, bro.
Yo, man. Boy, I wanted to get after 100 grand, boy. I forgot what I had to say. I forgot what I had to say, boy. Ooh, I wanted to get on him. But, yo, listen, man. This offseason is really big for us, man. Really big, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm a real Dallas Cowboys fan. I had to go back to the Gambler and Cowboys just to really analyze Jerry. And it came down to Barry Switzer handing that trophy up and looking at Jerry, and he goes, yo, we did it our way.
Yeah.
And everybody's got to stick with that. Because Jerry, no matter what he says on the mic, at the combine, anything, he always does it his way.
Yeah, his way. And if you go back and watch that, DJ, look how Jerry takes the damn trophy away from Barry. He's like, this mine's precious. You see that?
I'm such a true fan, bro. I'm such a true fan. When Jimmy Johnson was in the Ring of Honor, I shedded a tear because that meant so much, man. Yeah, but I'm getting off topic. I one question I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Pick 12. Sony Styles, Caleb Downs. Who you taking?
Oh man, give me Styles, man.
You sure? Our back end we were getting killed with Bland and all them. You sure?
Because
Downs can down.
I know Downs can do all of those things, but a Styles plus a Dillon can do more things versus the Downs versus whoever else, CJ Allen. So I just look at it that way.
Go ahead. So what if we go free agency comes and Jerry's talking all this like he's about to spend money. So what if we go grab Devin Lloyd to shore up our middle, and you know what? We go grab Trey Henderson. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody's talking about our defense. Listen, we got to figure out that left tackle. Howard Guyton is not proven nothing yet, and Dak is one injury away from. You know what I'm saying? And are we going to translate Tyler Smith to left tackle? Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things happening, but this is the biggest thing. We cannot get caught up with GP. A lot of people forget when CeeDee Lamb went down in that Detroit game, he proved that he's not reliable. I love GP. I love him so much, but that was his chance right there. And people got to put in perspective that, he missed a couple meetings nobody talked about. He was late a couple, and when Jerry said, "Oh, it's just a meeting." Yeah, okay. We haven't seen him when he's gotten his money, and when he gets his money, you never know. And it's really tricky. It's really tricky, Law, because I like GP and our offense went to a different level, but we cannot afford him to sit out training camp and then all of a sudden it comes to week 1 again, like Micah. We cannot have the same thing happen again. Jerry said he's gonna open the salary cap open and everything. Yo, just get the deal done. I mean, I don't know how far speakeasy is, but TJ Hughes-Manzada said $30 million will get the job done. I don't know if that's real or not, but that's what he said.
No doubt, man.
But I know you have a lot of people on there. DC for life, man. You gonna catch me again, Law?
Most certainly, that DJ, man.
What will I be? Handsome? Will I be rich?
Come on, baby.
Here's what he said. Que sera,
sera. Whatever will be, will be.
The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
I got for the 530. You're live on the nation, man. Talk to me, man. I know you've been waiting for a minute. Talk to me.
Can you hear me, Law?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hey, Law. How's it going? I'll be quick. I just got a few points I want to touch on. I don't know about this whole Leopold thing, playing outside linebacker. To me, he's more of like a box safety, if anything, like a Hufanga on the Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't know about him.
That's where I thought that it was going to go, but they ended up. I saw some tape on him doing some edge rushing stuff, so I think he's going to be weaponized as like a blitzer guy. But keep going.
Yeah, I was just looking at his college stats versus people like Khalil Mack, and he barely had like 100 tackles in college. So Khalil Mack 300 tackles in college. So I don't know. And another point I want to hit on is something with the offense. I feel like Hunter Lukey is totally forgotten when he could literally be our juice check.
Yeah, sure right. Sure, you're right, man, on that.
He should be at least getting 50 touches a season at least.
Man, you on the money with that.
And then you think we could trade Schoonmaker or Ferguson for like a 4th or 5th round pick to somebody, or they wouldn't be that interested in that?
I mean, Ferg, you can get more. Schoonmaker, I'm picking up the phone, calling Pittsburgh and saying, hey, you need somebody that knows the system that you're trying to operate. You drafted him, Mike McCarthy. Let's make a situation whereas we give you Schoonmaker and let us get Darnell in them. Let's get Darnell Washington. And I throw in something else for you down the stretch. We look out for you, you look out for me type of conversation.
Well, I was even thinking the Chiefs, if Kelsey is going to be gone soon, maybe they want Ferguson for like a 3rd.
That is another realm of possibility. Yeah, that could be a situation there,
And then just one thing, if we do lose Pickens, I think Shoddy's just going to have to spread the ball around more and make sure that all our offensive weapons get at least one touch or one catch per game, because without Pickens, it's going to be scary.
Yeah, I think for the sake of the franchise and the saving of face and the need to do right, I think that they are not finna stretch this GP thing out as long as we thought that they're going to do it this offseason because of the history. I think that before the draft, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to hear a deal that's unbelievable, and they're just waiting for the right time to announce it. And just to piggyback off of what another person said about Maxx Crosby being traded this week, it could tilt the scale this week on what the damn Cowboys going to do about all of that this week. So stay tuned, man. Turn your notifications on, bro, and let's get ready.
You think that we could trade the 20th instead of Pickens for Maxx Crosby and maybe get like another pick with him or something?
Yes, I think that this week we're going to hear breaking news that the Cowboys trading their 20th pick to the Raiders. In exchange, they're going to get Maxx Crosby. The Raiders going to get maybe a Tolbert or somebody else that's on his team. Not to throw Tolbert around. It could be a Osa. I'm not saying that it is. It could be him, or it could be somebody. It could be Clark, a position of value, that they're going to work out something in return. I just feel that like something. But they're not finna touch that 12th pick. Or it could be this thing, though. It could be this thing. If the Cowboys are desperately moving, then it could be breaking news that the Cowboys trading away their 12th pick for Maxx Crosby in exchange, or swap or something like that. Swap of the second round or something like that. And these could be a situation there.
Yeah, I'd give him number 20 and Tolbert, but like, here you go. Here's a wide receiver.
Yeah, because Fernando going to need some weapons, man. Give him some Mingo or somebody. But, yeah, man, I appreciate you. Huh?
Shout out Law Nation. Shout out Dallas Cowboys. Have a good one, Law.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. The NFL, what we got going on this week? What exciting news do we have going on this week? Now I'm thinking now. And don't shank me with the butter knife, right? But that could be the situation. You get what I'm saying? A lot of crazy things can happen. But if there's no exciting news this week, then look for that news to hit. Because I don't think there's any other exciting news. This could be a newsworthy. They can carry you for like at least 3 weeks. Breaking news. Breaking news. The Cowboys trade away their 20th draft pick for Maxx Crosby. In exchange, the Cowboys will be sending Tyler Guyton, of all people, to the Raiders, as well as they're going to swap out. Oh, man, the Raiders are going to give the Cowboys their second-round draft pick in exchange for, oh, man, we got more news. All of that stuff could happen right this week. Tyler Guyton still is going to the Raiders in exchange of the 20th draft pick. Oh, my God. Y'all see how it goes. Just the new year starts this week. Yes. So RN is voting for new leaders. Yeah, any distractions that they got to put out there to get people distracted from the Epstein file, because there's 3 million pages on it, so they can use the Cowboys as distraction. You get what I'm saying? All right, I got the last caller, but not least, he's a 2-time Super Bowl champ, fan of a guy, and his team just lifted up that Lombardi trophy from the 206. Eric, the champ is in the building. Hey, man, all is well, man. You the champ, man. What you got for me today, man?
Well, I tell you, now, I mean, Jackson does want a lot of money to maybe if Seattle goes a wide receiver in the first round, something to keep in mind, he might hit free agency, and that would be beautiful for Dallas. Or it could be.
Who going to hit free agency?
If JSN would hit free agency, that would be great news for Dallas.
If who? Say that one more time. If who hit free agency?
Number 11, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Oh, nah, he ain't gonna hit no free agency. Oh, yeah, Jackson Smith. He ain't gonna hit no free agency. Nah, Eric, nah. But hey, I'll give away a spleen. Do we need our spleen? Yeah. I won't give away my spleen. I give away my gallbladder to have Jackson Smith and Jigba on this team, though. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, it's gonna be a fun season. I really think one of these years you guys are gonna finally get it.
Yeah.
I really feel that.
Hey, man. I would take any blessing. I'm taking you as the oracle. You know what I'm saying? Because out of all of the people in the world, you kept 100% faith in your Seattle Seahawks team, man. And this is going to be a situation, a scenario that you would say, what y'all going to do this year? Y'all going to win it again?
Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, who knows? Even Dallas might do something this year.
Maybe we can, Eric, man. I hope that our team can figure out a way to do what y'all did, and then we win one. After y'all won one, then y'all can win one the next year, and then we can win one. It can just be the Seattle Seahawks Cowboys winning the Super Bowl every other year. I would take that, man. I appreciate you so much for calling in, Eric. Let me hear you say it, though.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? That's my dog, man. Eric, been following the channel for a long time. I think since 2018. He's been following the channel. Even though he's a Seattle Seahawks fan, he's also a Law Nation fan. So if anybody got a problem with him, y'all gonna have a problem with me. Yes, indeed. But Cowboys, man, oh my God, man, it's a marathon show. I got a meeting at 5 o'clock. I supposed to have been done 2 hours ago. But it is for what it is. Cowboys, I appreciate each and every last one of you all. This past weekend, we had some great things to happen. The boxing community, they don't like me, they love me. We had an event at the Toyota Music Factory, and we're going to play like one of the guys that was sponsoring of that event, and we'll see how it can all play out. I'm going to let you guys listen to that as we depart. But Carrie says, how about Guyton, Steele, and Mingo in a second for Crosby Law? We don't have a second round draft pick. That's the only thing. And shout out to Tyler Guyton, man. TG, man, bumped into him this past weekend too. Him, all of the Tylers was together. It was the craziest thing because I saw one by one. I said, damn, what's up, Tyler? Tyler Smith, you in the building? He said, yeah, man. Damn, Tyler Guyton, you in the building? Yeah, man. And then I looked around. I'm sitting here chilling, and then I bumped into Tyler Booker. I said, all three of y'all in this building at the same time, all of the Tylers. So it's always good. It is for what it is. Okay, what about Osa in the 20th for Maxx Crosby? Osa, you my dog, man. And next month, hey, we gonna be having a great time at the Osa Diggy Foundation. But man, I'll chunk up the deuces. Oops, I'm just playing. But shout out to everybody, man. Let's listen to this right quick. With Law Nation. And I got a special guest to my right. Tyson.
Yes, sir.
Law firm, right?
Yes, sir.
Let people know who you are.
Fair.
Fair.
Well, I'm attorney Zeke Tyson. I'm based here in Dallas, Texas. Mm-hmm. We handle cases all over the nation. We handle personal injury, criminal defense, state and federal, and we handle family cases.
Okay, yeah. So you handle family cases.
Yes, sir.
Criminal.
Yes, sir.
Personal injury. So somebody slip and fall, hit that. hip at the corner of a table at work.
We got it.
You got it.
We
right?
got it.
How long you been practicing law or been into this field?
Yeah, I've been practicing since 2002.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of stuff.
Good. So since we're here live at this boxing event, they say boxing is the chamber of truth.
Yes.
You can play basketball.
Yes.
You can play football.
Yeah.
But you can't play boxing.
You cannot. The work shows up in the ring. If you ain't put that work in, it shows up. It's just like the courtroom.
Okay.
You don't put them reps in, it shows when you're in that courtroom.
Nowadays, a modern day of AI and chat GPT and all of that, people think that they can be that. And they can say, I can rep Tyson. I can represent myself.
Yeah. We've had that more and more. Yeah,
more and more.
Yeah, then you got to undo the mess.
You got to undo it.
Yeah.
And then they hit you with a curveball.
Yeah,
and that's one thing artificial intelligence can't do. Not spitting upon that because we probably still all need to use it.
Oh, yeah, we definitely use it to enhance what we do.
Okay.
But we don't rely on it solely. We don't let it take the place of our judgment or our legal expertise.
Did anybody ever tell you that you got a voice for radio? you killing me over here, man. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute now, hold on. Now somebody got me over here.
Oh, good, man. Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It makes the dream work.
What inspired you to start practicing law?
Man, that's a great question. I actually went to law school not knowing I wanted to practice law.
The name of the school, by the way?
University of Houston. So I went to University of Houston undergrad and law school.
Okay.
I'm a double cougar, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I made that up, but yeah.
Just stayed in it so long and said, hey,
basically.
I love it. I don't like it. I love it.
Really, I had a teacher the summer before my senior year who had a law degree.
Okay.
And she spoke to us one day about how it was a good degree to have. You could do a lot of different things with it. You didn't necessarily have to practice law. And I was like, that's great. I didn't know what I wanted to do leaving high school. So I was like, okay, I'll go to college and then I'll go to law school and figure it out from there.
Right.
I went to law school, graduated, of course. And I was like, well, I might as well take the bar.
Yeah.
Took the bar, passed it. So I was like, well, let me try it out, see if I like it. And I loved it.
And you loved it.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Being able to do that. There's two most important days of your life. The day you was born and you know the other day.
Yeah, when you figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, figure out what you want to do. And short, your purpose.
Yeah, your purpose.
And as long as you are operating in your purpose.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is definitely my lane, man. I love helping people. And people come in the worst times, you know. Something's always going wrong when they call me.
Right.
And it's good to be there and to be that sounding board and that person that can actually step in and help them, guide them through whatever situation they're facing.
You know what that is? Not to take you to church, but you know what that is?
What's that?
The greatest amongst you will always be a servant.
There you go.
You know, the servitude. So by you having that heart to be able to give back to the people,
right on.
It puts you right in this lane.
Right on.
And speaking of this lane, we are here on a special occasion.
Yes, sir.
Can you let the audience know what brought you out on this beautiful Saturday night fight?
Man, listen.
Come on with it.
Lamb Full always brings the best fight product.
Come on.
So we've been rocking with them for some years now, and it just gets better and better. Beautiful venues, beautiful people, and excellent fighters. So there's no other place we would rather be on a Saturday night. But out here enjoying these fights.
And they growing too. It was shoulder room. The line was longer than Shaq feet.
Yeah.
And also Jay Leno's chin. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Leno, don't come get us. I got a lawyer on my side, by the way.
I got his back. Go on.
So there's any specialized projects that you got going on that you want to express to the audience to let people know?
Definitely. Yeah, we're growing, man. We're based in Dallas, but we recently opened an Arlington office.
Okay.
And we also have an office in Waco. Okay. So we're just continuing to grow the firm and spreading our footprint out and helping more and more people. That's the most important thing we got going on right now.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Anything that you would like to ask me, since I'm doing all of the asking of you over here? You get what I'm saying?
Fair. Yeah.
And then you want to ask the
Matter
law.
of fact,
I'm the law.
Law Nation. I gotta ask. But speaking of, man, your name precedes you, you know, and your rep is strong. How did you get into your field? What brought you into the lane that says, "Hey, this is my niche. This is how I'm going to touch the masses"?
Oh, you remember when I was talking about operating in your purpose?
Yes, sir.
You know, I finished up Jackson State in 2006.
Okay.
Business administration, concentration, econ.
Nice.
So I got on government or what have you.
Yeah.
Did almost 15 years and a half of contracting.
Okay.
You know, so RFIs, RFQs, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I was a federal contractor, but I wasn't operating in my purpose.
Got it.
I started to do this, and it started over voiceover. I was telling you about the voice.
Oh, nice.
And I was doing film breakdowns. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session.
Yeah.
Take a deeper look. You know, I started doing those things.
Nice.
And took that leap of faith in 2022.
It's a
and
leap,
started operating in my own purpose
I
right
love
here.
it.
So I tell people all the time, I got a PhD. You know
There
what
you
that
go.
is?
And what?
It's poor, hungry, and determined, baby. Hey, come on with it. Come on with it. Give me some love over here.
I
Give me
get
hanging
it.
over
I
here.
get it.
I'm
I
poor,
get
hungry,
it.
and determined,
Yes, sir.
baby.
Yes, sir. I feel that. Trust
so,
me.
So I've also always leaned into the worlds of motivation. Les
Right on.
Brown was my guy, you know.
Yes.
Paul Harvey and Earl Nightingale,
Yes.
you know. You got to be hungry. You
Yeah.
know, so we all go through something. Old folks
Right on.
say either you going into a storm or you're coming out of one.
There
right?
you go.
So I lost my mom about 2.5 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
And she was one of the key components of saying, if you want to do something, you do it. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
don't let
Go for
the
it.
outside stuff stop you
Right.
from stepping out and walking into your own authority.
I love it.
And I did that, and she got a chance to see me get my YouTube plaque.
Nice.
She got a chance to see me step out and do crazy, great things
Awesome,
for the nation. So that's me. I'm just a high energy guy
Yes, sir.
that stepped away from a nice I figured salary job
Leap
to do
of
this
faith.
right there. This is what I do, man. I love talking to individuals, man,
Right on.
especially people like you that's just movers and shakers in this community.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we try, man, trying to make it better every day and lead this place better off than where we found it.
That's all we can do. That's why I say the greatest amongst you will always be a servant, somebody who give away their time and their energy to help other people out. So it's always a pleasure, man. How you got here and who you helped sponsored and all of that great stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So I met one of the head honchos here, Ade, many moons ago when I first moved to Dallas, actually. And just a good brother, man, and helped me meet people in Dallas and get established and get some of my first clients, actually.
Wow.
And once I found out about his fights, I started attending just as a spectator, you know, just, you know,
Yeah.
synthesizing blood, you know.
Yeah.
And then he came with me the opportunity to get on board and be a sponsor, and you know, I didn't look back, man. It was just a blessing to be able to connect with a man of integrity and a great organization. Just the way they take care of the people and the way they handle their business is just it's just top notch,
Man.
and I just highly respect that because I like to operate at a high level. So I like to surround myself and do business with those who operate at a high level.
Man.
So this was a natural place for me to put my resources and to help them grow.
Man, that sounds like a blessing altogether,
Yeah.
man. I really appreciate you, bro. I mean, I had to kill that because of giving some bad feedback.
Fair.
But, you know, we build plane as we fly. I want you to get back to all of the fun festivities. I don't want to bore you all day now.
Good,
I'm from
bro.
Mississippi, bro. I can talk to you. Them
Yeah,
cows.
hey,
Cows come on
I get
home.
it,
And
yeah.
they'll come on talk to you.
Man, look,
Yes,
both
indeed.
my parents from Mississippi. I get it.
What part? We keep talking. We going to be cousins now.
For real. 6 degrees of separation for real, man.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
brother. Yeah.
What part?
Centerville
Okay,
and Durant.
Durant and them. Okay, all right. So my mom people was from Ruleville,
Okay.
Vaden, Mississippi, but
wow.
she went to Alcorn.
Okay.
And,
Alcorn. There you
and
go.
lived in Natchez.
Gotcha.
Born and raised
Gotcha.
in Natchez, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Population 20 to 25,000. Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's why we got that good old country.
Yeah.
We know everybody by their first and
Got
last
to.
name.
Yes, sir.
We know about grandma and them. Everybody, your grandma with the big elbow. They
Right.
cook some good food for
Right.
you. Catfish and beyond.
I love it, man.
We never meet strangers, people from Mississippi.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's good that,
Yes,
that,
sir.
that you are by way of Mississippi.
Yeah, I
That's
got
why
roots
you're
there,
here.
man. Got roots there.
But man, I ain't gonna hold you tight.
Oh, you good,
too
brother.
long.
Appreciate you
for coming through.
Yeah, no doubt.
Law Nation Sports Show. And who's
man.
your football team, by the way?
Hey, man, I'm born and raised New Orleans, so live or die is Saints till I die.
Man. Oh, my gosh. Well, we gave y'all Sean Payton, so at least, you got one ring. Oh, come on, we did. We should have let him go. He cut his teeth with the Cowboys. Come on, man.
Oh, well, hey, we got his ring well.
Got you one ring, man. That's all that matters.
Well, that's the first ring.
Oh, you on another one?
Yeah, we building.
Come on,
we building, man. You know what it is.
Hey, let people know again where they can find and follow you, as well as support you. And if they slip and fall, hit that knee, the synovial fluid leak out.
Yes, sir.
They need to reach out to somebody that know what they're talking about.
Definitely.
So let people know again, the audience, where they can find
Fair
and follow
enough. You can reach us at 888-28-TYSON or at www.thetysonlawfirm.com. We're on all social medias, thetysonlawfirm.com. Reach out to us in any way, and we will get back to you.
Yes, indeed. You'll knock them out like Tyson.
Yes, sir. We fight for you.
No biting over here, man. They get it going. Salute. Peace. No doubt, man. Appreciate y'all, man, so much for watching that piece there. Reynolds, shoot me your information via my website. Go to lawnationsports.com, and there is a comment box there in that area. Just shoot me all your details, and I'll let them know. And we get things moving and grooving. As we all need sponsorships and stuff like that and beyond, it's always good to help them out as they help me out, because we still going to Oxnard. We still doing off-season stuff, activities. We still partnering ship with a lot of companies too, and it's always good to have someone else to help out with that load. I know I stole most of y'all time, but that's been my time, and I really thank you all for yours. We're going to get on up out of here. I went against the grain today. YouTube was like, Law, you get 5% of the settlement? No. Man, I'm gonna have to shoot for 9 or something, I'm leaving here with something, Yes, indeed. But I'm going against the grain, Going against the grain for going this long. So all I ask, if you guys can do me a huge favor, hit that like button, share this content. Let the algorithm know that we still good, Appreciate you, Reynolds. Appreciate you. And shout out to all of my Mississippi folks. If we offended anyone today, please charge it to my head, not my heart. I really appreciate you guys so much for your support, your love. As we continue to grind and shine, I just want to let y'all know the same person that you see here is the same person you see in real life. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Don't hesitate to speak when you see me. Whoever that gentleman was, I was at the Waffle House, one of my favorite restaurants, and I think him and his wife or loved one was with him. And on my way out, he was like, Law Nation. I was like, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I was leaving out. I was with my fam. And the way I move is I'm always going to protect family first, right? So people yelling out my name, I got to make sure fam is secure, But always feel free to reach out to me, man. Let's have a conversation, get things going. But neither here nor there. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endures to the end. And we got to continue to fight. Hold the Cowboys accountable. Call them out and said they gonna bust the budget. We'll bust it wide open. And I tell her, bring it back. Oops, wrong busting. But y'all get what I'm saying. Bust that budget wide open. Do it. Bust it. Bust it. Cowboys Nation. And as we depart, and if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, If life itself seems empty and useless with it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or poverty or the famish of fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, you will be able to bust it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's bust it. Peace. I'm about one love, one nation. Law Nation, baby. Let's get it. Until next time. Roll credits. Oh, we ain't got no credits today, don't we? We ain't got no credits today, do we?
I wake up,
come on.
Some down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest.
Credits.
First I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex some down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest.
Yeah, shout out to you, Corey. Love Preach. Peach.
Core. Through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Last but not
savage,
least,
now my baby wants to hold me.
Cowboys.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Come on.
I'm number one up on that court, I'll make me great.
Yeah.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me.
Okay.
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, let's get them 6. I see you around on the eye. We'll check that email.
Go flex, thumb down now. Check. No drip this.
Tell them buzz it up.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
bust.
Come on. I wake up,
hey.
Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip where
to the draft, baby.
I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry.
Yeah.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
One
false move, find yourself, they getting buried. This
yeah.
The devil used to love playing those games.
Yeah.
Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not mines, baby.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Yeah.
I wake up, flex on down now. Check. No drip this. Tell her run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
I wake up, flex.
I was gonna say bust, but I forgot how crazy that sounded. Yeah.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
come on, put it in there. Yeah. Yes, indeed, Cowboys Nation and everybody that's listening. The sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies brought to you by Jerry Jones, Ice Cold Cowboy, Jeremy, Stream Element, VIP from the VIP Lounge, 100 grand, Boss Cowboys Sports, to show me, you know, and who else we have here? Denzel, Stay Paid. Come on with it. Again. Ice Cold, I see you, fam. Jerry Jones. What we tell him? You got us. The poet. My Aquarius twin, right? Let me know you got us. Your birthday was just recently, right? I thought I saw you hanging out on the gram. I be home. Common Sense Lab, baby. I follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Yep.
7 years of the perfect love. 7 more and now.
DC for life.
And another one. I think you was the one.
Team Aquarius. Is it Pisces season yet? Or is it still Aquarius? I forgot when it's. We the real ones though, you got us. Us Aquariuses, we gotta stick together, baby. Ain't that right, stay paid. Appreciate you again for the $5 holla, DC for life. The street lights hit you, I be yours. I follow. February the 14th. I see you. October the 13th and them. It's the steak season. Oh, it's Pisces season now. But man, the Aquarius is the best season. Do y'all agree? The Aquarius. September the 24th, 1777. That's when you was born. What's colder than ice, baby?
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight.
Beast Mode said he finally caught a lie. Man, we closing out, man. We rolling the chords up together, man.
Depend on you.
If you
win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on
Que
Monday.
sera. Whatever will be, will be.
If you didn't hit that like button and you didn't share this
future's
content,
not ours to see.
You must be out your goddamn
Sera, sera.
what will be, will be. Let's get on up out of here, man. One love, DC for life, baby. Yes, indeed. We the water barriers, baby. Come on, man. We the water in the air fixtures and all of that stuff, man. You can't live without water. Ain't that right, you got us? You need water. So therefore, we the best, baby. Aquarius, baby. DC for life. Peace. One love. If we offended anyone today, I just charge it to my head, not my heart. Unless you her.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. Beat up, beat up, beat up, beat up.
I'm glad we got CP up out of that. Watch how that lightning.